You know those? Yeah, it's like it blocks off.
Right.
Like anyone can walk through it still if they want to, you know? I can imagine her just coming in. It's like, what did you say to me? Just yelling at me.
Man, this bracket they upload, I can't even read it. The font is so hard to read.
Oh, we're live. Ask the Catalyst.
Hey, Kat, how do we sound?
Catalyst, how do we
sound? Do we sound okay?
Are we blowing everyone's ears out?
Is anyone's volume mad crazy? Is it all okay? Every one of us. Hey, Suiken, you talk too.
Hey, Suiken, you talk too.
Ricky's a little quiet.
Perfect.
I can't do nothing about that. Ricky's gonna have to just shout.
Pixelated at the top.
That's not my problem.
It might be. It could be, dude.
Nah, man, this game I've never touched. There's an old ass blue Yeti. I don't know.
Wow, it's not a Yeti. No kidding.
Sword?
All right. Hey, Mike, you playing music?
Yeah, we are.
All right. It's working.
I think it's working.
Coming together. No music, actually.
That'd be funny as fuck.
Oh, God. Awkward.
All right. I don't even know what episode this is. Bring the music in.
I tweeted it out too, so you guys can retweet it or like it or whatever. Okay, fine. I used Mike's character.
Huh?
Hey, I thought we were trying to get views.
What? It's fine.
It's ugly.
Wow.
You know we're live, right?
Yeah.
How live? Oh, like our faces are on the screen?
Yeah. Like our faces are.
Mike.
You guys are in the middle of a combo back and forth. Yeah. But yeah,
so, Mike just unveils the curtain while you two are still getting dressed. Shit, what the hell, dude?
That was awesome. That was the best.
What up, everybody?
Yeah, we're here. Episode number 50 something. I lost count. Probably like 55, 56.
69.
I think not there yet. We're almost there. But yeah, welcome back. BOOMcast.
Now.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it.
Mike's having a good day.
It's been a while, everybody, but we're back.
Yeah, tournaments are back. We're back. You know, Tekken 8 is underway now. The tournament season, TWT 2024. And yeah, the last couple of weeks, dojos, challengers, even a Master Plus is under wraps already. We got Texas Showdown that went on this past weekend along with EVO Japan. But before that, we don't have a graphic. We don't have anything to show for Electric Clash because they didn't tweet about it. But yeah, Electric Clash also happened 2 weeks ago. And then I think Kakoma took it first. Did it? Question mark.
Did it? There's no evidence. They were like, Kakoma, what? Scrub the evidence.
And then
tweeting of no tweets, please.
Fear NA second place, and then I think
he was in winners too. By the way, let's just point this out. Fear, nice try, man.
Why you sound so upset about that? He did pretty good.
Yeah, no, I know he did pretty good, but his character's getting nerfed.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Got to do it now.
That might have been his best chance.
Yeah, I watched it today actually, and because I had to catch up on it. But that first set in grand finals, Kakoma like smoked him like really bad. It was over so quick that I think it was just like, oh god, okay, now we play the real set because I clearly wasn't ready to play. And Kakoma came out like, I've never seen him play that fast. So I just felt like he really wanted to win, or he had a really good read. He hit him with like 20 hop kicks in that first set of grand finals. I don't know what the hell happened, but he was on it.
It seemed like when they first played. Sorry, it was like when they first played though. Like Kakoma didn't play anything like how he did in grand finals. Like he was just like, you know what? Let me just do dumb things real quick. Oh, it works. Sick. I can just keep playing dumb. Sick.
That kind of is like Kakoma though, isn't it? Like you see him do really well, and it's like, oh, what the hell? He lost to that guy? You know, like it's just like sometimes it's just randomly an inconsistent loss that happens along the way.
Yeah, it do be like that.
I've been the benefactor of that too.
No,
Kakoma has always been in my like tournament path. Usually like one combo breaker, he was in my path to like top 8 or something. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to play him. And he always beats my ass. He lost to Ace Unlimited.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, sick. I think I could beat Ace.
You guys have never beaten Kakoma before?
Nah, he beats my ass every time I played him.
Shoot.
Yeah, shut up. Move on.
Yeah.
What? You gonna take that away from me? I whooped him.
It's like 2017 when the game
Oh,
first
I
came
still
out. It was a
whooped
sick
him.
ass.
I
It was
whooped
a
him
sick
in
ass
his
victory.
prime.
That's
I whooped
sick.
him
All
in
right.
his prime.
Is that his prime? Dude, I was saying today when I was watching it, it feels like right now is Kokoma's prime.
Yeah.
You know,
He
like
looks good,
Tekken
yeah.
7 was
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
good.
of you know, I'm almost there sort of deal, and then it's like, no, Tekken 8's gonna be my game. He looks like he's in that kind of a path right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe the characters he plays too. He plays all the top 3 or the
He
Yeah.
really did.
yeah, Azucena, Fang, Dragunov, all 3 of them in tournament.
Come on, you knew it was gonna be that way with him, especially out of all the players that are like tier enthusiasts. He is the most enthusiastic about all of them.
Very true.
But yeah, after Electric Clash, we had Texas Showdown that happened on the same weekend.
Wait.
Huh?
We have to give EU some props here, right? Like they
Oh
got third and
yeah,
fourth.
third and
That was
fourth.
pretty cool.
Kira, then Joka for third and fourth. But of course, NA still a scud above.
You know what is
Still
surprising
going
though
up.
about that the results there? I didn't know Anakin and Joey and Shadow were like 7th and 9th at that event. So when I saw like the top 3 or 4 results, I didn't even realize that they were at the event. You know, because I just kind of assumed that they wouldn't be because they played so much lower than I expected. And Joey was using Dragunov in that event. Shadow, I think maybe Zafina is what he used against Joey, but I don't know who sent both of them to losers. I forgot already. It might have been Fear sent one of them or both of them. I'm not sure, but regardless, I think that was like kind of surprising to me because I thought, I mean, I guess I haven't really seen Anakin in tournaments yet, so it was like a little bit of a shock to see him that low. And AAA did really good. The Shaheen player from Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like the last hope for Canada. That was pretty cool.
Anakin definitely seems like he's still trying to get his Tekken 8 experience under him.
Yeah.
But,
I think
you know,
a lot of players
early.
are right there too. Like me, Arslan, even like he got a
it's
second.
just getting the hang of just the feel of Tekken 8 still, you know.
Yeah.
Because you've been playing
especially.
Tekken. If you've been playing Tekken for so long, especially Tekken 7, this is 7-8 years worth of Tekken of one style. It's like it's a lot of muscle memory that you kind of got to get rid of. And it's not like Tekken 8's so much different, but there's still some things that's like, oh yeah, pressing buttons is better than blocking sometimes.
I mean, I feel like for the older players, I mean, I think it's just because everyone has to get used to holding back at some point, right? At the game. Like, it's like, it doesn't matter if you're like +5 or something is going to explode in your face and then you'll lose half your life. You know what I mean?
I think it's the opposite.
Guys,
it's like
I said it.
I think the style they're used to is holding back, and then this game sometimes it forces you to hit them buttons or make a crazy read. Sometimes I think that's what it is. You know, like the Tekken 7 style has always been like back dash away, don't engage, and then just run the lead. You know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the fact that you guys have such different views is exactly what the issue is with the players. Like no one knows exactly what to do correctly yet, and they're still figuring it out, right? And this is our first podcast since TWT has started. So, and of course, I think last time we were on the podcast, we talked about how we wish that tournaments had come back sooner, essentially, for Tekken 8. Like it took too long to get to the TWT, so we were also like kind of waiting for tournaments to see how things would all play out. But now that we're starting to see it, like in that match specifically, when I saw Anakin get eliminated, it was 2 AAA, and he was making a comeback act. The sidewall situation messed things up. He still had heat timer remaining, and he chose the heat dash when he still had like half his heat timer. And I was thinking like he could have chipped him down in that timer instead. He could have also used that attacks that he was chipping him down with to regain his own gray health, which he had a ton of, and then gone for the heat dash after, right? So it's just like one of those situations where it's not optimal yet, like clearly not even close. Like if he had hit the heat dash anyway, it still wouldn't have killed him or anything. So it was just a situation of, I think, poor heat timer management that'll get better over time too.
It's tough. Especially, I feel like most players are still unsure about how to use heat, and sometimes too, it's just like, damn, you use a heat engager as a punish. It's like, damn, I wish I didn't use that heat right there because 98 seconds left on this clock. I have this round has infinite time now, man.
Whenever I play against Leo, that's what I always try to do. I always go for like down back threes until they punch with wall standing. I'm like, now you're in heat. Burn that right now, and then I'm just gonna try and block it out, and then I'll get my health back later.
Strats.
Damn, that's a crazy strat.
That's a crazy strat.
It might work actually.
Blow your load early, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I play it, I just think it's a good time to use this. This is it. Buttons. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean
That seems to help.
That's the fun part, right? It's like everyone's still figuring it out. Like chip sequences, should I have saved it for more chip, or maybe put myself in a more advantageous situation for the heat dash, put their back against the wall so that even if they block it, I'm getting the wall crush for the plus 18 minimum. So there's like a lot of things that people are still getting used to. Like after, Electric Clash, there was Texas Showdown and EVO Japan. And even watching EVO Japan before we really get into it, like there's a lot of eddies that did fairly well. And a couple of things I've seen where players are still not completely used to the new eddy matchup. They're not ducking the proper parts of the highs and the strings like Relax 4, little things like that, right? So it's like you can clearly tell the game is still early days, and especially playing ranked and just getting experience that way versus tournament experience is a completely different thing too.
I mean, did you not see that one guy that put that Eddie bot on rank and just demolished these scrubs? And they're like so many posts. This guy is crazy. What Eddie is just matching the 3 and it's just exposing all these like players. They're like, this game is da da da. But I thought it was so funny watching people like just get blown away by little things like that.
Do we know what rank Jim Mashima got up to, or
Warrior?
is
it Warrior?
Is that like the peak of it? I'm
think
just
so.
curious about how many players are below that and are pissed that they are not just doing that themselves to get a higher rank,
Oh, Vanquish.
I can't imagine it's like that many. Like just watching I looked at the stream one time just to see what the actual prowess was, because I actually thought it was gonna be like pretty high.
No.
It's not. It's like everyone at that low rank seems to know. Oh, it's this guy again. Like he forced people to start looking at a duck. It's pretty.
I
funny.
need to play against him, to be honest. Like,
no, you don't.
No, I'm so bad against Eddie. Honestly, I don't know what the hell's going on still.
Play Eddie for like 2
Play
days.
me.
I
Play
did. I'll
me.
play you. I need to play you guys in general. I need more experience, long set experience.
Yeah, you need to start running the sets again, man. That's the only way to get good. I mean, I think that's what a lot of players are doing too, right? Like, especially the new gen Tekken 8 players, they're just like not even playing ranked, just anymore, because everybody got GOD. Just run the GOD lobbies, and everybody just runs, sets against each other. It's kind of like arcade style, burst to 2, everybody, and then back in line.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to do it. But Texas Showdown happened over this past weekend. Of course, this was another stop in the TWT, 4 points, and then we had.
It was a dojo though, right? It wasn't a challenger.
I'm not sure what exactly it was in terms of the
I
point.
looked at the Tekken World Tour website, and it's not on there as a challenger event.
Oh, okay. So most likely,
it had to have been a dojo, if anything.
Yeah. Wonder if we know how many entrants there were, if it was 96 plus or not.
I would hope it's 96 plus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then, NG Obscure ended up taking first place, Joe Crush second, Trojan third, then Anakin's at fourth place, and then Trizzy the Rapper at the fifth, tied for fifth with Dash 3. And then we have Big Yerm, I don't know who that is, and Rel tying it out for 7.
Wow, Rel?
Who's Rel? You know Rel?
Is Rel not the photographer dude? Is that a different Rel?
He's the same guy.
Is it?
Wow.
From
That was
Atlanta, I
sick.
believe, right?
Not sure actually, but that's sick if Rel made top 8. I mean, I know Dastry making top 5, I think, was it? It's pretty sick. Anakin top 4. I haven't watched Texas Showdown yet, so I need to go watch that one still too. But it's still, again, like seeing those results. I'm like, wow, Anakin is still is like not the top dog in USA anymore, huh? It's like clear.
Well,
and
something interesting about that though. He played Obscure, and I think historically, him and Obscure have had fairly close sets. If not more often than not, I feel like Obscure has beaten him. It's not as shocking when Obscure beats him, because I feel like he's done it a couple times in the past. So he did it again in this tournament too.
When you said that, the first thing I thought was that you were going to say that he has issues with Elisa, because he's lost to Cuddlecore's Elisa too. So I was like, oh. That
And
makes
Elisa is
even more sense.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
pretty damn good in this
Yeah.
game. So
Yeah.
not surprising that Obscure won though. It's like I feel like for this game specifically, Elisa's really strong. Obscure has always been a very strong player, but it also feels like when he gets to play a strong character, he does really well. It's like, and in a strong game like this, where Elisa's like just her heat is. If you're not paying attention, you're just blocking and thinking like when she's in heat, hitting you with chainsaws, you're just blocking, thinking, all right, I'll just block and then block, block a big mix up, and then you just die to a poke, and you're thinking like, I had 50% health. What the hell happened? It's like her chip damage is crazy. You have to pay attention. I hate that.
You hate paying attention?
Yeah, I'm like, oh damn, I have to block and actually look out this chip damage. Impossible.
Damn.
No, I was gonna say. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, what do you guys think about Chip now that we've been playing the game for like 3 months, and we've got to experience like chip heavy characters like Bears, Elisa, Lily. If she gets you at the wall, she could do a chip sequence that's pretty nasty too. So, how do you guys feel about Chip currently right now?
Ricky?
No comment. I mean, it's just
no comment.
There. It's just there. I don't really have any.
What is no comment?
I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's go down.
When I say no comment, I really don't have an opinion. Is what I'm trying to say. I haven't. It doesn't bother me, but it's not like I'm like, oh, I hate it or I like it. I'm just like, it's there. I'll deal with it.
So you don't like it though?
No, I never said that. Okay. I legit will have an
It's just something that exists.
Like you didn't say you did like it though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I don't know how to feel about it. I just legit just like it's in the game. I'll have to deal with it, so I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I mean that's really kind of my opinion too. It's like it's there, right? We have to play with it, and for me, it's more along the lines of I still feel like it messes up the slow-mo system, and I think that bothers me more than anything. The sequences of block where you're blocking, and then all of a sudden you're like forced in a situation to just heat dash into 50-50 and then you're dead. You're like, but I was just blocking. It's like that part sucks. I don't like that at all. I've seen CBM do a lot of that with Jin, not just CBM, but Jin players in general. Yeah. They have some sequences where it's just like, well, okay, I know he's going to electric here. It's going to do a bunch of chip damage on me. So I have to guess duck this thing or step it immediately, which is questionable because he's got a lot of other tools he could be using too. So it's risky. And instead, you're like, all right, well, if I just block, I'll just lose like 30% health on this chip sequence. That's okay, except when you only have 40% health, it's like, this is a problem. Yeah. And he ends with the heat dash. You're like, well, shit, now what? So I feel like that sequence in general is, or those kind of sequences in general are really the parts I don't like about the system. Suiken, you said you don't.
I agree. I think they just need to tone it down on the chip sequence. That's all. I don't mind it, but it's just too much. Like you said, like if you're like already you need this comeback, you're at 40, they turn it up, then you gotta block it, and that's it. You're just like down to like a 50-50 low mid. That's it.
But going back to what Ricky said, like, as competitors, we understand that's what we have to do, right?
Yeah.
So if you're the Jin player, that's exactly what you run. You run
right.
That's
not the part I'm complaining. It's just the chip. I think the damage just needs to be lowered a little bit. Like the percentage of chip taken away.
I think it's really hard to balance too, because like if you nerf it too hard, then characters like the Bears, I think, will suffer the most. Like characters that kind of rely on chip to like really make you scared of stuff, but. Yeah, and then other instances, it just feels a little too oppressive at the same time, because it's like, oh shit, I blocked Jin's heat smash at the wall. Now I'm at wall crush, and now he's doing freaking Zen stance legend kick, and then a 4-4-2, and then it's just like, holy fuck, man. I had to block like for 6-8 seconds, and I lost like 30% in chip. And then, people are like, oh, but you have a chance to bring it back. But I'm like, dude, if you already used your heat and you have no engagers to hit, realistically, it's pretty hard to bring it back unless you land a launcher somewhere, which is not easy to do in those situations, right?
So then the question is, do you think that if they gave us more health back faster, on the regen for attacking, do you think that would be a better option? Or do you think that needs to happen?
It feels like other than hitting a heat engager, it's kind of hard to recover your health back, right? Other than hitting a launcher. So
I feel that.
And then some characters don't have the luxury of not doing an engager or not. Like you said, Leo, for example earlier, it's like, oh, I'm going to force them to block the lows so they could just punish me and then activate heat at the beginning of the round. And I will still have my heat to make a comeback. But yeah, it's a hard balancing act, I think. Any way they tweak any of the numbers, I think it's kind of tough. Because it's like, if you nerf Chip, then you're nerfing characters like Bear. And if you don't nerf Chip, people are only going to get better at these chip sequences, like we're saying, you know. So it's a slippery slope. I don't know how to balance it. I'm glad I'm not a dev.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not on the balancing team for it. It's definitely difficult. And my other concern with if they like going to what Suiken said about lower the chip amount, it gets to a point where because they already lowered the chip amount, didn't they?
Yeah,
From the
yeah.
CNT, CBT, whatever.
Yeah.
To release. It gets to a point where if you keep lowering it, doesn't it get to a point where why is it even here? You know, like so yeah, I don't know. Weird, hard to balance.
Yeah. Rough, man. But then, you know, they did say that they are going to be working on a couple things in the future, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, let's finish up the tournaments that just happened up recently. We just got through Lecture Clash and Texas Showdown. Then we had
1 second on that point, real quick though. Obscure, he had a tweet where he said he went to 3 different states in that week, and he won tournaments in every one of those states. So he won all those tournaments with Elisa while traveling around, right? So huge shout outs to Obscure for that. And then after that, he even put out a tweet about like everyone says, you know, this is the issue I have with Elisa is dealing with these chainsaws. What do I do about it? And he made a whole thread of everything to do to handle the chainsaw. So if you guys are interested in learning, definitely go check out his Twitter because he had a solid thread about anti-Elisa chainsaw stuff there. But basically,
interested in learning, bro. Are you kidding me?
I know that. I'm just saying.
They're more interested in complaining, and that it's so much that goes against their logic.
Yeah, he probably just doesn't. Yeah, he just probably didn't want to hear the Elisa's cheap thing constantly, you know. But him putting out that strat was a really good idea to help people alleviate that issue with Elisa, right? So
and like because I have the issue against Lisa, right? So I looked at it and I looked through his whole thread of stuff and I was like, what are the issues here? Do I need to do? And it's like I summarized it in a quote tweet. And it was like sidewalk left, interrupt to 10 frames. I forgot the other 2 options already, but basically, I saw those options,
dude.
Yeah. Seems like you really learned.
Look, I'm gonna get it. All right, I just retweeted it, brother. But then some guy replied to me. He's like, as like an Elisa main, I think the key is for you to not get punished by her 1-1. I was like, it's 10 frames, bro. Like, how are you gonna not get punished by 10 frames?
Play the safest Tekken of your life.
Dog.
Yeah.
Never press a button.
No such thing in this game.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's hard to deal with, but at least there's some options, I guess. Whatever. So,
Well,
yeah. Anyway, sorry, Mike.
No, that's mad respect to Obscure, honestly. He's literally doing the homework for you on what to lab against this character. And then if he still wins, then you have no excuses, right? I didn't know the matchup. I didn't lab. Dude, I showed you all the answers, man. I gave you the cheat sheet. But then also at the same time, people are saying Elisa is pretty strong, even if you do know the options.
She's pretty strong, I think.
I think she's top 10 still, but honestly, no discredit to Obscure, of course. But but big respect for him to like put out the anti-Elisa chainsaw shit, right? Because not a lot of players are going to be like, this is how you beat every single thing out of this stance, and it's on you to make the plays. You know, it's like that's kind of cool. So big respect to him on that. But EVO Japan 2024 just finished up over this past weekend as well. And one of us got to go there, and we're going to pick his brain a little bit. You know, of course, he had a couple.
Before we do that, Mikey, remember the last time we talked, you said what was going to be in top 8 multiple times. Do you remember that?
I did. Yeah.
And what did we get? What was the verdict?
We didn't get him in top 8. You're right. Yeah, Azucena, if you want to specify.
You said 4.
You said 4.
I did.
I was all scoffed at you. We're like, what? Like 4?
I mean, let's be real though. None of us expected the 2 characters that were duplicates in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty rare. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But I really love double. But go ahead, take it away.
Man, why'd you have to fucking bring that up at the beginning, bro?
You brought it up last time.
No, that's fair. It's fair. Yeah. But I did say there was gonna be like maybe 4 in top 8. I was hella wrong, you know.
You said 4.
You know, so
I didn't think there was gonna be 4 Azucena players in EVO Japan.
Hey man, Pakistan didn't get to go, okay? That's what happened, all right? They lucked out.
That's one Azucena.
That's
one.
Probably more than one, but you know.
He probably would have eliminated the other Azucenas from even getting to the top 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
But yeah, EVO Japan, previously in the Tekken World Tour lineup, EVO Japan was always there as a master event. But this year, first time ever, it got upgraded to a Master Plus. And there's only 2 the whole year that is a Master Plus. So it's EVO Japan and EVO Vegas, right? So these are the highest amount of points that you could win in a single tournament. 800 points for first place. And it's almost like you're kind of in there, or you got a huge head start if you are able to take first place here. But the results have come in, and Chikuren ends up taking the whole thing with Lily. And then if we scroll down here, we have the top 8 bracket. Infested versus Low High, Chikuren versus Chanel. That shit was funny.
Japan is never gonna beat the stereotypes with that shit. Yeah, especially it was Infested versus Vitality John Dean. At the same time. Come on, man. Like, and even then, Vitality. It sounds so stupid, but at least that R, the L was just replaced. Infested, they just added the R in there.
Yeah.
Infested, they just added the R in there because they were like, it doesn't sound right. Let's infested.
I thought it was a typo. When I saw it, I was like, oh, someone actually hit the button.
I didn't know it was in the bracket too. I only saw it in the scoreboard screen.
Yeah.
No, it's infested on the bracket here. It's not infested.
Okay.
They fixed it. We were hoping that they still saved the overlay and then put it on the main stage, but
yeah, that show was great. Infested also changed his handle to Infested on his Steam account.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. ATL he was playing as Infested. It's
nice.
Dude, this is the first tournament for Chikuren that I've always seen him that he didn't look like he was in pain when he was playing.
He looks so calm, dude.
Right?
Like, yeah, I'm about to beat all these guys' asses.
He's always always in pain, but when he was playing Lily, he was an enjoyer. He looked calm. He knew what he was doing. I felt like he was so ready for everything with that character.
Is he a father?
Do we have confirmation on that? That's a good question.
Because the running theory, at least MYK No Pants and I, our theory is that he won on a pad, and he's historically been a stick user. So we're assuming that the pad usage is because he has a baby and he needs to be quiet. And also, if you ever watch him stream, he doesn't talk. It is the most quiet stream, low key. It's just like I'll turn on a Chikuren stream and then just fall asleep. It is the best NyQuil ever. Sick. But then because he'll host some other crazy Japanese and then it's like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm getting woken up by some Kazuya fucking mashing Dorias and shit and just yelling. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Wow. I mean, Lily doesn't seem like she needs like high execution, right? Am I wrong? I don't play Lily, but like on pad you can transition really well, right?
I think
she has some QCF stuff, doesn't she?
For the hardest thing that for tournament play, I think you have like do glide, which is a crouch cancel stuff. But Chikuren, his routes with Lily were all 3 of those. So you don't have to do crouch cancel stuff. Really tournament safe combos, which I highly recommend if you are playing at a tournament and you don't want to drop your combos, right? But the hardest thing that he had to do with Lily was just like crouch dash 3 on Oki to hit them grounded. Not any like tight link combos in juggles to try to get Corsica forward 3. So really, really safe tournament play Lily. But yeah, first place we had THY Chikuren. Second place was Low High with the Dragonoff and a surprise Steve Fox and grand finals that Rip keeps like to shoving in my face. Even though it didn't do shit. Even though it didn't do shit.
Don't forget Steve Fox's EVO Grand Finals.
Even though it didn't do shit.
Top 2 character. Jesus.
Wow. And then we had DRX Chanel in 3rd place with the Elisa.
Cool.
You should have heard MYK too when he saw Steve. He went, "No!"
Yeah, no. Yeah, on his screen. Yeah. He knew we were gonna give him some shit after this. Like, I was like, the 4 Asucinas and then the random ass Steve showing up.
Oh, he just didn't want it, and I told him this was an inside job by Lowhigh. He did it for the Steve players because Steve got washed, and he's like, see, he needs buffs, and then went back to Dragunov.
It worked.
But if Rip exists and just gonna parrot that he's in grand finals, I don't think you can win him. Like, you have to bring up the asterisk of he lost and he got his ass beat and etc.
He did though. That's facts.
Yeah.
Outplayed.
But he was in grand finals.
I'm
sorry, I'm siding with Rip on this one.
Oh. Ricky, how could you, man? Cut this fucking stream off.
How could he? No, it's the right call. Everyone's for that.
Great. Hey, by the way, someone in chat said that Chikrin tweeted that he plays on pad because guarding and sidestepping is better. Something about backdash isn't as good, so sidestep block is easier on pad.
And Lily's one of the best sidesteppers.
Yep.
True.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot easier to move your thumb from like, sidestepping up and down to back right away than like moving a whole lever into that direction.
Sure.
But yeah, Pad definitely has its advantages, and we never doubted Pad before ever. So like, yeah, we've always been a believer.
Now,
4th place, we had Rip's favorite law player in the world, Mangja, aka Malgu, and then look at that, we have another dirty ass, not double. Double's great.
Wow. He went from most favorite to most hated law player.
Double's sick.
Double.
I'm just saying he's a dirty law player. They're fine. They're great players. But yeah, Double 5th place tied with Infested with the Nina. 2 laws in top 6.
That was awesome. Literally, I think they're the 2 top law players in the world. So the fact that they both got in on separate paths that they could make it together, that was tight.
And also, let me just say, Mangja, you owe me a little bit of a favor here. I got you seated somehow, some way. I was doing a restream bracket. I was like restreaming the brackets, and someone like Curly was in my chat while I was talking about it. So,
oh, really?
I was, just randomly pointing out things like, oh, Mangja, totally not seated. I think it was like, just randomly placed.
Oh,
and then like, refresh the bracket. Mangja's not there. No more.
Wow, Ricky's fault that we got 2 laws in top 6. Let's go, Ricky.
I'm just saying, Mangja, you owe me a little bit of won. Just a little, not a lot.
Give him your coins, Mangja. Give him all your coins.
Just give me like 200 of them. 201. I need to know what it actually is.
What do you guys think about this character variety in top 6? We had
it was sick.
Yeah,
it was nice. Yeah.
My only not complaint, but only disappointment was that Infested, I feel like, didn't get to show his potential in top 8. I felt like he got kind of washed, and he was like the Nina player, the one that I think was probably I was most interested as a character. Just wanted to see him do well, and it sucks that he didn't get to do well, but
hey,
he came into winner side of top 8 and just went 0-2 from there. So that's
it was tough matchups too. I don't blame him for getting beat up in top 6 or top 8 because. He had not the best matchups, but I wanted to see Nina do well, and I think we'll still get a chance to because
it's just the beginning.
I mean, early on, and Nina's not going to get touched in this patch, so she's going to be all right for the future.
I don't want to give too many spoilers, but this past ATL that just happened in Korea, you'll see some Nina Williams.
Sick.
More than one.
Wow.
Yeah. There's one I haven't heard of, and he did very well.
The funny thing is, Arslan did say in a tweet, like maybe a couple months ago, 2 months ago or something, he said Nina is good. He had said something like that, and I was like, oh, really? Get out of here.
Big sigh. Big sigh for
Yeah, I know.
Ricky.
Another grab. Okay,
Well,
I
it's 'cause
got it. Get out of here.
he's a Nina player, and he says
Yeah.
that about every waifu character because he's good.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He's good. He
Mhm.
needs to be black and realize that a character carries him sometimes. Then you can feel like, oh, this character's good.
Damn.
Only I can
Yeah.
decide if a character's good. Let me see.
Because you're
If I
whack
get
enough.
good- If I can be good with that character, that means the character's good. I should be the barometer, not ours.
So yeah, like sick stuff, man. Watching EVO Japan over the weekend too. We got to see a little bit of EU come out as well. Like we had U versus Tivitano. We got to see that match on his stream. And then we got to see the return of Jimmy J Tran. You know, there was a lot of good
17.
moments. Yeah,
Yeah, I
mad close. Yeah. Then we had the surprise from Australia as well with Yagami, Lord
Oh my God,
Yagami
yes.
with the Reina. One of the sickest Reinas I've
Shout
seen
outs
in
to
tournament.
Australia, by the way. When I was restreaming, they spawned in my chat room.
Yeah.
I said it was. I said
Spawned.
somehow the god just made my chat room a spawn point for Australia because all of a sudden all these Australians came into my chat room and just started cheering for Yagami, and I was like,
Whoa.
sick. I turned
That is
Aussie
sick.
for a second.
Dude, that shit was funny. Somebody in No Pants' stream was like, "That's Lord Yagami to you."
Yeah. And then he started saying that to people in the chat. Oh man, so funny. But that's why we love this game, right? It just turns like regular, like people that we wouldn't have never heard of into to overnight celebrities. I would say, like, oh my gosh, this is the guy that did really good at EVO Japan, right? Or et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah.
I mean,
He eliminated
I think right
Ulsan
now,
and Knee, right? And maybe Pina?
Made Ulsan switch mains.
yeah,
Yeah.
He beat him so bad. Ulsan was like, he switched mains.
yeah.
I mean, so the thing is, I talked to Ulsan, I think like somewhere in the middle of the tournament, maybe on day 2 early, before he played Mulgul, that's what it was. And, I was talking about Azucena because in ATL tournaments, he started off as like the best, and then it seemed like week by week he was slowly dropping off and having more and more trouble with Azucena. So I was asking him like what he thinks about that character, whatever, and he said when he came to EVO Japan on day 1, he felt like, oh man, I thought I was gonna run through everyone, but all of a sudden I'm having issues, and it's not as easy as I thought. So he thinks like he was thinking about switching characters before even he lost to Yagami, because he already saw Azucena kind of slipping away, and even then, with Mulgold, I was like, do you think it's gonna be Azucena mirror match? And he's like, no, I think it's Claudio. I didn't see the match. Did Mulgold use Claudio against them? Anyone remember?
So I don't remember the Azucena mirror.
Yeah, because Mulgold won though, right? So that's how Ulsan got sent to loser bracket too. So it's one of those things where as a matchup between those two, Mulgold has a number with Claudio. But I think this past week ATL they played first round of the tournament, and Ulsan 2-0'd him with Reina, I think. So yeah, he's back in the driver's seat.
Fun. ATL sounds like a sick tournament when that gets to be your first round matchup.
Dude, it was that one, and I think the other one was like Mungja versus Lohai or something. Like that was another first round matchup.
Yeah,
two guys got top 4 at EVO Japan. 3 days later, first round matchup for the tournament.
Sounds about right.
It was sick.
Yeah, sick tournament, man. Like Shikuden kind of in there for TWT finals, right? He could just secure a couple more points.
Always the sneaky one where no one ever predicts him to win it all. Even when he made top 6, I was looking at that bracket and I was like, yeah, I think I favor Lohai. Just kind of.
Oh yeah,
I
had that vibe too. Yeah.
I just thought that maybe he would struggle with Chanel. Chanel's always been that guy that's always getting like top 3, top 2 at these events, but never top 1. So it just felt like he was destined to win there and then just not make a run from losers. But Chikuden shut everything down. He looked fucking dominant in that tournament. I felt like, dude. Comfortable is the best word for it.
Very comfortable. And Chanel, I felt like when I saw him in loser final, it looked like he already had given up. Like he had decided.
Zafina pick.
Well, not even that. Just like he's like, I will now play to the crowd the whole time. I was like, what happened? Like we had serious Chanel right before that. I was like so excited he might like go all the way this time. And I was like, oh no, he's done already. He's like,
why do you think he got disheartened then?
I don't know.
Running into Lohai. Running into Lohai.
This part is a teammate
beat anybody,
too.
Man. Like he's beaten Arslan before at that one championship event, or whatever. Like Chanel he's capable to beat anybody.
I agree with you. I just for him to like the way you're describing it, for him to get like kind of like disheartened, turn off his competitiveness randomly. I mean, I always think like there has to be some kind of background play, something triggered him to do that. I mean, but he was doing really well.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how everybody on DRX made it in except for me. It's just
is it crazy?
Slow starter, just it's kind of the same thing that happened in 7, right? He wasn't like super dominant right out of the gates at the beginning of 7. He had a couple high placings and stuff, like one of the earlier Tekken 7 and stuff, the year where Punko was like top 3, but like it's like he had his moments here and there, and then like near like the late middle of Tekken 7, it was like, okay, Knee is back. It's like this is Knee. He's like always number 1 on the leaderboard until like Arson showed up and stuff, right? Like do you think Knee is just having trouble with the game so far? He's not used to it.
He's washed.
He's washed.
Dude, haven't we seen this before? Once Knee is whack, he's been whack forever.
Yeah,
forever.
Just retire now, Knee.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine, dude. He's fucking Knee. The only reason Knee will be bad at Tekken 8 is if he doesn't like Tekken 8. I think that's the only reason he'll ever be bad at the game. If he doesn't like it,
I mean, honestly, like everyone's, dude, he's gonna be fine. This game is a different speed. He's gonna tune to it, and he's gonna be, back on the leaderboard. But by the way, and another god showed up, right? Didn't Kudons come out?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Kudons was there. Sponsored Kudons, by the way.
Sponsored Kudons, yeah.
Dude,
so I can't wait.
Brand new sponsor, John Ding too, Vitality. Like they're all getting picked up right now. It's pretty sick.
He's not gonna get sponsored much longer if we keep calling him Vitality. Right? It's kind of fucked up that his first tournament they couldn't even get the name right.
It's like 90% right.
Yeah, it's almost. I mean,
pretty much right.
I think if you legit were to call that team name in Japanese, that's how you pronounce it. So, yeah.
They're a Korean team, I'm guessing?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Where are they from?
What are you reaching down there?
Vitality. I actually typed it in like that. It's a European team.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
damn.
Well,
it's funny how Google took Vitality and still gave me the right result.
They knew. Everyone's checked on it.
Dude, so yeah, I mean, with a couple characters, Lily, Dragunov, Elisa, 2 Laws, and a Nina, top 6. Then like just outside of that, we had like Tekken Master and like Junding with like the Eddies and stuff, right? So
Tekken Master too, that was impressive. Super impressive. And like the thing that sucks too, obviously EVO is still top 6, not top 8. So you have this situation where a player like Tekken Master, who's like a Mortal Kombat guy, obviously he has Tekken 7 experience. He used to play with Geese Howard. He did super well at some early events of Tekken 7 as well. 1,200 people in this tournament. He gets top 8. No stream time for you, sir. like that sucks ass, dude.
Yeah.
God, that sucks so bad.
I mean, he did. He got some stream time. Like watching his Eddie, I was pretty impressed with how well he was doing, considering it felt like, in Tekken experience wise, the players he was going up against, like if you would just look on a bracket, you'd be like, oh yeah, this guy beats Tekken Master. And then just watching the match, like he doesn't beat Tekken Master. No, he don't.
Dude, so we had 2 Eddies in top 8. I didn't even think about it that way. Yep. That's pretty surprising. It was obviously a new DLC release, similar to like an Eliza situation where anyone can get into top 8. But here we had 2 Eddies. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy. And then we already got a glimpse at what the next character is going to be. But before we get into that, top 4 qualify for Esports World Cup later on this year during the summer in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Crazy. So that means that means these 4 right here. Manja is in the mix. Allah is going to Esports World Finals. You got Chikuden, Lohai.
I don't like
Chanel.
this a little bit.
No,
I'm glad that M1K was wrong, about the Asusita, but for some reason having Law in top 4 right now.
Suiken, don't get all like that when you know that Lohai's character Dragunov just got nerfed, so that means you can have Steve Fox at Saudi Arabia too, okay? But
no, it's gonna be Shaheen.
Yeah,
they got a buff.
I was
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
How did he not use Shaheen in grand finals?
He was using Shaheen during the ATLs and stuff, but then it looks like he
That's
just
what I'm saying.
locked in with the Dragunov.
Though.
I feel like in situation, I feel like he's thinking like if I play Shaheen, I might as well just play Dragunov. Like it really feels like that. Why play Shaheen if there's Dragunov?
Exactly.
Because he's like got years and years of Shaheen experience, though. You know,
but
Dragunov is
Dragunov is
experience with Shaheen.
But see, Dragunov has that experience for you. You just have to play Dragunov.
It obviously didn't work. You know, is what I'm saying here.
I don't know if Shaheen would have changed much.
I don't think it would have either. I think it was just honestly, Chikrin's Lily was too damn good.
Yeah.
It'd
be sick though. I just overall the top 4 that get to go. I think I like all those players in terms of just their play style. And it's gonna be interesting too because there's no guarantee that any one of those 4 players, other than Mangja, I think will stick with those characters. I think that like you could even see Chikunin jump off of Lily. We've seen him, switch characters a bunch. Chanel's always moving around different characters, and Lohai, he'll play Steve or Shaheen or someone like that.
Unlikely he'll be a Dragunov in a couple months, right?
Unless Dragunov's still good, and I could see Dragunov. I don't think that we'll talk about that later. But
3.5 months later from now, I feel like Dragunov won't be as good. Like I think that's pretty unlikely. Like I think it's more likely Shaheen is still good or Steve is still good than Dragunov.
That's not a bad way to view it. I think you might be onto something. But
let me just talk real quick about EVO Japan too.
Yeah, for sure.
So they had a previous year. They had a lot of issues with running the pools and everything, right? So people wanted it to be improved. They put a lot of effort into that this year around. It was a smaller venue, but they had way more entrants. So they had to downsize the venue, but they got the surge of people entering now. So there was 1,200 people for Tekken, 5,000 people for Street Fighter 6. So it was pretty crowded in there. Like it was a situation where it wasn't quite like final round when Street Fighter 5 first came out. Remember when they had like a crazy overpacked situation, everyone got sick and everything. It wasn't like that, but it was damn close to being like that, So it was,
I'll tell you right now, there's a certain point in final round during that Street Fighter 5 tournament where I'd made peace with my death. At a certain point, I legit was just like, if this is how I go, this is how I go, because I was legit stuck in the corner. And in between 2 of the biggest bodies I have ever been surrounded by. And I was thinking, if one of these guys faints, no one's going to find me for years.
Were you sitting? Were you sitting?
No, I was standing up.
So basically, to them, you were sitting.
Dude, you might as well be. I was there. I was thinking, like, if this guy faints, I'm dead. So I just had to make peace with that at that point. I was like, all right.
Where did Ricky go? Where did he just here a second?
You just see this big old shadow coming over Ricky.
Nah, that was it was pretty busy is my point here. And like it was so busy that I only stuck in the Tekken half of the venue. Like I didn't even venture to like the 2x KO side of the venue because I was like, there's too many people there. I don't want to even get through it to even get to the line or whatever. But it's definitely like this weird spot. It wasn't. It actually wasn't. Like the heat was okay.
Like people, bodies.
No, it was okay. It was okay.
Oh, okay.
Like they had a problem with AC and stuff the previous year too, so that wasn't an issue this year. But the funny thing was, like, they put all this effort into training all the TOs and everything to make things run smoother and better. I go over there. I have the same exact guy running my pool that ran it last year, and he didn't improve at all. So I was like, my experience was exactly the same. It's like I got there for my pool and I had to wait like 45 minutes for it to start. And I was like, come on, bro. Just like there's 4 machines here. Just put people on it. Like the names are right there, you know? You planned that for me? Yeah. It was a good plan because now I think it's still terrible and you guys need to fix it, you know? Like but then I talked to other people and they had a great experience too. So it seems like there was some improvement, but my personal experience was just like the previous year, unfortunately.
Man, what if that guy was like looking down the list and he's like, oh, Ripu, yes, I want to run his bracket. The same guy picked you out. The same TO is like, Rip. Yeah, yes, you.
Perfect.
Dean of tournament organizers. It's like late starts, late stoppages, everything.
No, yeah. I mean, it was fine. I mean, I think it seemed like most people had a better experience than they did the previous year. And the venue being slightly smaller was like, I think that was the only question mark spot, but it's one of those things where they can't really control it with that many people. It's like, well, if they had 1,000 less people total, it probably would have been fine. But you're at that situation, so I don't know, pretty hard. But overall, I think event was better. And then they had this like 3-screen setup, which was pretty easy to watch everything rather than like, when you go to EVO Vegas and there's like 8 screens around everywhere you turn your head, you don't really know what to watch. When it's just 3, you're like, oh, I'm watching this now. And then also on top of each of them, they told you which stream it was on, and they told you the schedule of what was up on it. So it's very clear, like, oh, Tekken's gonna be over there at this time. They're gonna have a break with this thing, and then comes back at this time. And so you know exactly where you want to be when you want to be there. So I thought that was really simple and really easy to follow. So that was cool. But yeah, too many people. The little Giuna side stream shit was tight. I like that.
That shit was funny because like watching the watch party for the Japanese room where they have like the whoopee cushion, the cushions to sit on, and everybody has like the
beanbags.
Yeah, there we go.
What do you imagine the big ass beanbag just jumping out of shit?
What is that called again?
I'll go like whoopee cushion. What are you talking about, kid?
Stoner, dude.
But then, seeing like the difference between their watch party room and then seeing Giuna's off screen thing, like with no lights or anything and stuff. That picture was really funny.
Bro, Giuna tweeted the picture from him like behind bars with a sign up, and that sign he showed the back side of it, so I assumed on the front side it said "Don't feed the gaijin." It's like it just felt like he was being treated as a zoo animal over there.
You are now entering Jurassic Park.
I saw Giuna on like the end of day one when I was leaving. I was only for like a couple hours to day one. But he's like, hey, what's up? I was, oh, shit, where's the stream? I'll come by. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're back in that corner. He just told me the general direction. So the next day when I went to look for it, I went back to where all the lights were. And I was like, oh, that's not Giuna. And I didn't even see them because they're literally right next to it, but it's just pitch black where they're at. And so finally, the next time I walked around there, I was like, it's got to be here somewhere. And I saw him sitting in the dark. It's like, oh, there they are. It's like really freaking dark. And it's like the other Restreamer, like they had, it was kind of like fenced off by not like plastic or some shit, but like bright ass lights everywhere. It looked like a studio set. And then it's just like behind the studio set, in like the behind the scenes areas where Giuna set up with like the Pelican cases and shit, but it was cool. It felt right. I guess I should mention like the thing that felt whack, but right. It's like, it was fun for me to be on that stream because first of all, it wasn't like an official stream. We can talk shit. We can do whatever we want over there. And that was really chill. But it felt weird, like, as you mentioned, Mike, this is the only other Master Plus event, and there's no official Tekken stream for it. Like, I understand, like, EVO's a big deal, and they run their own shit the way they want to run it and all, but as far as Tekken World Tour goes, like, you expect it to be on a Tekken channel if it's a TWT Master event even. So a Master Plus event, you want to see as many matches as possible, right? So we didn't have that, and there was no commentators that they don't bring commentators out to EVO Japan, obviously. So like you had me and Spag, Brown Man were out there. We could have been commentating. You had Sajam and Vicious out there. They could have been commentating Street Fighter. So it's really weird that you had all these like high level experienced commentators at the event not doing commentary. It's really weird. I don't know. I wish they would change that back to how it used to be.
Yeah.
Especially for Tekken if it's gonna be a Master Plus event.
Yeah, like not having English commentary. They did have the in studio with when they pulled in a couple commentators around NA, and then they pulled like the overnight shift with Tasty Steve, Yipes, and Elijah and them, right? But yeah, it's just the energy definitely doesn't feel the same. It's like they're not vibing off like the energy in the room and all that stuff. But overall, as a viewer, I gotta say this year, as opposed to last year, I had a much more enjoyable time. I think overall with the viewing experience too. Like even though day rough for pools, all of them.
Jesse. No, I was asking about if we meant like the English restream or just the direct Japanese streams or whichever.
Was watching both on and off, but all of them were cool. Yeah, and also the day 2 where it's like qualifying into the top 6 and stuff. Right. I felt like they gave us a lot more matches this year around as opposed to like the last couple of years. Yeah. So we got to see a lot more matches on stream that were like super crucial. Who's going to make it into that final spot in top 6 and stuff. You always want to figure that stuff out. Right. So that was really cool. And I got to give it up to a lot of the IRL streamers that were getting a lot of the pool matches off that wasn't on stream, giving us something to watch at home when we didn't have those matches up there. So yeah,
that was funny too. We were watching we randomly got like 3 or 4 different restreams up at the same time, And like at a certain point, I had all streams up, lined up, and so I could like it looked like I had a panoramic view of just all these setups that were just playing. And then at some point, all three of the IRL streamers just became friends, and then they went to go play 2x KO. It's like
that shit was funny.
They stopped streaming side matches, so I stopped watching. But I was like, man, that's nice. They made a friend.
Yeah,
I
was gonna IRL stream, and I just saw it, and I was like, "There's too many people there, bro." Like, I didn't want to go out there, so I just didn't. I just sat in Giona stream instead, which was the right call, I think.
I mean, IRL streaming, I feel like you just have to be locked in. You're committed to doing this for such a long period, right? Especially when there's only like 3 or 4, and when the matches start finishing up and tapering out, that's when you could be like, oh, I can go do something else and have fun and stuff like that. But getting all the matches is like, I always feel like that's a priority for me if I was doing it, and trying to get people to enjoy these matches, right? There's nothing about that, but yeah, it's tiring. And I can imagine walking around there like over 5,000 people and plus, like trying to get your way through to get to these matches. Like, oh geez.
Yeah, unless you are on the right side of where the players you want to show on your stream it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to jump to the other side. No, that's where dude, we were doing the restream, right? And we were watching Bobby from Australia go up against Jimmy, right? And we were only judging the match off of Joey Fury's expression. It's like Jimmy won. Yup, Jimmy won.
It's funny because I was there, and so what happened was I was on the Joey side, and I saw Jimmy's match coming up, so they pulled Jimmy over. He walked to the other side, and I was like, okay, I know Jimmy's coming up in a bit. I guess it's not now, so I'm just standing there on the same side watching whatever. And then I didn't see Jimmy come up, but then like later I realized, oh damn, Jimmy's match is happening. So I looked over there, and I looked at a group of people. I'm like, I'm not watching that. Like it's just not happening. To leave my side and even get to the other side, I was like, no, not happening, brother. So yeah, it was way too crowded for that kind of situation. And also, there was like they try to keep the walkways clear, and they had like yellow tape on the floor, so you'd get these guys that would come around, working the event, be like talking in Japanese, like move and like clear the space, whatever, and then they'd come back again and tell you to move again, back and forth. I was like, all right, damn, they really want us out of the way.
I mean, I think if you did it, Rip, right? This is just me saying, if it was you, people would move out of the way if you were doing it. Like, oh, I gotta catch this match. Everyone's like, it's Rip.
Yeah, I don't like doing that. In general, and I also don't like standing. It's not I'm too old for that.
Too tall to stand, bro.
Too tall to stand. Too tall to throw a wall.
This is the one situation where I have the advantage because I will just like move, please. I'm short. Get out of my way. I got
it. I'm trying people in the butt.
And generally people always feel pity for me too because like they're like, dude, this guy's looking at the back of my spine. Yeah,
no way, dude.
They always end up feeling bad, so I end up getting a good seat. So yeah,
I actually do feel bad. Usually I just go to the back and I just like look over someone's shoulder.
Yeah, the tall people. No, you're too tall. Get back over there. Go stand on the chair, bitch.
I get lucky. Like I mean, I've never done Asia or like Japan or anything, but any other tournament, I get lucky because people always say, "Oh, look, Suiken's putting the matches. Get him up to the front." Like everyone's super cool with it.
Dude,
here in the
you
States.
should go to EVO Japan. You haven't been to one, right? You've been to Master Cups.
Yeah, I've been to Master Cups.
SBO.
Japan.
Yeah.
We definitely got to get you out there. That'll be sick.
I definitely want to do Combo Breaker. Hopefully,
Combo Breaker's like this month, brother.
Yeah, it's this month. Yeah. hey, I'm still wishing. Okay, let me try. I'm gonna try that. And then EVO for sure. But we'll see how it goes. I think this EVO for the US is gonna be out of this world too. Combo Breaker's gonna be good, but I think it's gonna be a really good one to catch.
Dude, last year was so fun. Last year was probably one of my favorite EVOs in like recent times. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, EVO Japan. Done. Master Plus, there's only one more now. 800 points for first, so that's a huge chunk of points.
That's huge.
Congratulations to Chickadin with the Hori Pad Lily, dude. That was definitely out of nowhere. But
when is the last time a pad player won a TWT major?
Can we call him a pad player though? Because he's
won more majors with the pad than he ever has on stick.
Really? Oh shit! Okay, he's a pad player.
I'm just saying that. But I assume that.
I don't know about that, but like he won a pretty big one on this.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest tournament he's ever won. He did on a pad.
Didn't he won TWT finals? Biggest tournament he won. He's won bigger.
That only had 20 people in it, man.
This one had 1,200, Mike.
This was pretty big. Damn.
Yeah.
Cad's making a comeback, everybody.
But then that's the finals. You got to count like everybody that entered all the tournaments all year round.
If you wanted to be a
Get outta
stick player, you
here.
can be a stick player. I don't care.
I think
man.
this is actually the largest number of entrants tournament that Chicken's ever won.
Oh, for sure.
For an open bracket, probably, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
This is a giant. It was a giant tournament, regardless, right?
Yeah, it was huge.
Probably like top 10, 15 size in terms of entrance.
I mean, he won the when Geese Howard came out, he won the tech. It was like a Tokyo Master kind of event or something.
That definitely did not have 1,200 players. That probably
no,
had
it didn't. It
400
didn't.
most.
But yeah, it's probably like 300 to 400 people or something. Maybe 500. I don't know. But that must have been a fairly big event too because it was in Japan.
Well, he's gonna be making hella money too if he wins that Saudi tournament as well.
Hell yeah, he
I'm
is.
sure they're going to be paying well.
I think they announced $1 million, right?
Damn.
For every game.
No, for Tekken. I think Tekken they announced $1 million. So like finally we have a situation where someone from Tekken is going to be a bajillionaire.
It's crazy, yeah.
I think they're probably only going to be like a $200,000 yeah.
Whatever. It's that's a bajillion to me, bro. You know, like,
That's a lot. That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's so wild, man.
That's
Esports
sick, right?
World Cup, man. Summer this year. Can't wait. Last year was Gamers 8. It was 3v3. End of August. Oh shit.
So it'll be after
Tekken
EVO
to
too,
last week.
so.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, so I wonder if then that means Big EVO will probably take the top 4 from that too.
Yeah, that's the question. People are asking about the qualifiers because, like, does Combo Breaker have qualifier spots? We know DreamHack Dallas does. So we're just curious about where all the qualified players are going to come from.
What happens about duplicates? Are they going to do like LCQs?
Damn, you have to give up your spots to enter the next tournament. It's
damn, the old Anakin strat, just stealing spots and giving them away for free. That was a sick day. That's how I qualified, just because of Anakin's gracious donations.
Yeah, shout outs to Anakin. I made it in that way too. Thanks, Anakin. He's the homie.
That was sick. Never qualified otherwise.
Give him back to the community.
Literally.
It's actually Pumko too. Pumko stole a bunch of our spots those years too.
Damn it.
Damn. But yeah.
What's the topics?
But then, also at EVO, they have a bunch of announcements. Big shout outs to EVO Japan. Good time. I had a lot of fun watching it, but yeah. Guilty Gear, they showed Slayer or something. Who cares about Strive? Slayer. But yeah, we also. But then,
I'm like, why are you bringing up this?
I mean, it was in the finals day. We kind of had to, right? By necessity.
Just what you say fuck me for? Like, didn't do anything.
Just because.
Put me to sleep, man, with that Happy Chaos that one year. But yeah, it's a cool game. Cool game. I only put 600 hours into it. But
really quick, how you have 600 hours in it?
Yeah.
He was a Strive.
I was going to ask, what happened to Strive right now? Like, I remember that was like almost one of the biggest games of EVO. Wasn't it last year? Or was it the year before?
It was 2 years ago, but that was just because there was the new game.
New thing, right? Yeah.
It was basically Street Fighter 6 before Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. So I mean, how's it doing now? Because I haven't kept up with Strive.
It's still a big game. I mean, it's third biggest numbers at EVO Japan, but it's not like it's not bigger than Tekken or Street Fighter right now. I don't know if it will be, but
they changed a lot too with like Wild Assault or something, and there's like different colored ones that do different things. I think white has, I don't even know. Then they have like Deflect Shield or something where you do and it uses burst as a resource. So the game,
you sound like you know so much about Strive right now. You know way
600 hours, bro. Like I played a lot.
And you're like, oh, Slayer. Who cares? Now we're talking hell about it.
Yeah, he even knew the name, but like, they revealed something. Slayer.
Looks pretty fucking cool.
How he keeps up with everything.
Slayer does look cool though. Let me just be upfront about that. Slayer looks sick. I'm not gonna play, but I hope he's good so that if Strive accidentally hits my vision, I'll be able to look at something sick.
Yo, what do you guys think about that new Hunter? Is that Hunter? Net Impact? Is that
Hunter x Hunter fighting game?
I don't think you pronounce the X, Ricky. Like
is it Hunter Cross Hunter?
No, it's just silent. Yeah. No pronouncing.
That's not how the alphabet works. When you put an
X,
what about
why would they put the X there then?
I would like 2KO better.
2KO? Just don't
that X2,
Yeah, fuck that X2.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm with that.
I'm actually down.
If Hunter is going to make the X silent, then we're going to make the X silent in everything.
Yeah. There we go. Wait, but what did you guys think about that one?
It looks like it's a skin for the Power Ranger fighting game on the Switch.
Damn.
just
Damn. Shit.
just looks wise, it looks not pleasant.
It's not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure gameplay wise, it looks like it could be fun, but you know that you can say that about every fighting game that looks like it has combos.
Yeah.
It has what?
Like it has
Yeah,
combos.
what? Yeah. Excuse me?
What did you say?
Combos.
Combos.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Ricky's kind of on the money. It looks like early footage of a fighting game to me for sure. It looks a little rough around the edges, and it looks like the animation, it only goes to like the keyframe, and then everything in between that, it kind of don't exist. So it's like it's a little jarring. So
There's
Yeah.
something about it. And I couldn't put my finger on it. Maybe that's what it is. It just seems like that's like the style that people go for now, though. Like everyone wants to try to be like a Strive kind of like freeze frame thing, freeze frame attack. So if Strive obviously does it really well, I think 2XKO did a good job of like emulating that format. Hunter x Hunter, not so much.
yeah, it looks a little stiff right now. But
Did you
Yeah.
play it?
I did not. I didn't play any of the games because the booths were just like, anytime you have a chance at these shows to play games like that, it's like, all right, you're in line forever. You go up and you tried, like, what are these controls? Oh, you lost? All right. Thank you for playing. I'm like, all right.
yeah,
fine.
it's rough.
I that you don't really get a feel for it.
Yeah. So
Unless
I mean,
you
it would have
really
been
get
nice to
to,
put my
like-
hands on it. Yeah, like so I looked at people's reaction. Like Justin got to go and play with the developers. So Justin said that game is like really fun, and I believe him. Right? He was obviously like a Marvel legend. So Justin said it's super fun. Then the gameplay is probably pretty fun, but at the same time, everyone's general reaction is, "Ew, look at that thing," which is very similar to Marvel Capcom Infinite. Like there's a lot of people who said this game is fun, and it was like, it looks pretty. Like, so I
It's
feel
pretty
like
accurate. Yeah.
that's what happened.
I mean,
I feel like it's in trouble because of that, straight up.
I don't know how the brand of Hunter is or anything. Like, I don't know how popular it is. So it's like I don't know if the brand can carry it like how Dragon Ball carries that one. Because even then, like you can look at the Dragon Ball fighting game and be like, that looks sick. It looks like
It does.
yeah,
It
does.
looks really good.
Yeah.
right. You can't say that about Hunter x Hunter. That shit looks. The backgrounds look like this game in here, man. I swear it's the same fucking backgrounds, dude. This game looks better, by the way.
It does look better.
Dude, the backgrounds look
saying.
terrible, but it might have some potential. I keep seeing a lot of people in the chat saying it's made by Aiding or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that company, but it's apparently the same devs that made MVC3. So it's like, oh,
Well, sick.
so it has
That makes
potential. Yeah.
Yeah. Gameplay wise, it has potential. I really feel like looks matter too much to people nowadays.
Hell yeah. And first impressions are a big thing. So,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
drastic-
maybe the gameplay will get some touch ups or something in terms of the graphics. That's all you can know. Because at least the one thing I'll say is that when they went into supers, you could tell like they put at least some care into that. Because the supers, like they look out of place because they look like the animation's a little more fluid and they put more effort into the graphics. And then as soon as you jump out of that bitch, and it's like, oh shit.
You know what they should do, bro? Right now, if you guys haven't seen, Maximilian has that mod he's got for MVCI, and they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
redoing the art. Do that shit right now for the Hunter x Hunter game. Like don't let it release until Maximilian and Rin get their hands on that game first. Like hire them to do that right now. I think that's important.
Yeah. I mean, I think for any game, art style, art direction, all that shit definitely matters. And if your game looks ugly, even though your game might be sick as hell and has all this tech and blah, 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 no one wants to put their hands on, an ugly game like that. But who knows? We'll see. Especially in 2024. Maybe if it's like a retro game, it's a little bit more forgivable. But especially when you have like a big IP like Hunter x Hunter, even though I didn't know what it was really. I thought it was like a newer anime, but apparently it was on like Toonami and shit after like when Dragon Ball was over. I'm like, oh shit, I already stopped watching TV since then. So I totally missed out on that whole era. But
Damn.
apparently it's a pretty big IP. Pretty big IP. But yeah, we'll see how they.
And we thought Marvel was a big IP, but that shit couldn't save the Infinity Stones from looking like butt plugs.
True. It was eggs
eggs,
too.
bro.
That shit
Easter
was
eggs.
funny.
Oh, Easter eggs, my bad. What was the butt plug?
Why did you? I was like, where did the butt plugs come
There
from?
was there was another anniversary something or like a Mortal Kombat came out with. I think there was a game that definitely came out with something that.
Ricky been looking at butt plugs. Is all I'm
Oh
getting.
no
He
no
definitely
no
has.
no no no
He
no no!
definitely has.
It was like a Estus flask or something. Like
Oh,
Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls or something,
Dark
right?
But it,
Souls,
like it just
yeah.
was like this tiny little side butt plug.
Nice.
I'm glad that's
So
the first thing you
essences
think
were-
about when you see that shit.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's a butt plug.
I mean,
Oh,
look,
God.
dude. Sure.
But I'm kind of excited for a team game to come back. The only other one that I think everyone's looking forward to is 2XKO or 2KO. Let's just take out the X on everything. But
What was the impression from that game that you got over there, Rip? If you talked to anyone about it,
I talked to nobody. Like I said, that booth.
why did you say it so dramatically?
I mean, it's not like no one was talking
I
about
know.
it.
Play the violin.
Everyone was so quiet.
That's really funny. No, I didn't go to that half of the venue because there was too many people. And it was literally in the corner where Street Fighter was. It's like the little opposite corner of where Tekken and Unistream was. So every day I was like over there, and I wasn't there. I was only there for 2 hours the first day. So the next day is when I spent most of my time at Unistream. But by the time they also shut down pretty early too, so it wasn't not the booth but the venue. So it wasn't like you had time after. I thought I had a couple more hours. But in general, I felt like that game when I see it now, it just doesn't feel like a very fast game, which means I can probably play it, right? Because like the older marbles are too fast for me. I'm like, oh, I can't keep up with this sort of deal. But the issue with that too is it doesn't. It's missing something. Right? I don't know if it's just I'm missing my character in it, but it doesn't have oomph.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's like music or
I know what you're
or
talking
something
about.
like that.
Like things don't have
Yeah.
that dramatic like hit effect, or you don't feel like there's impact on a couple things.
Yeah, it's
I know
like
what you
stuff
mean.
is happening and characters are there. They're doing their thing, sort of. But even the characters that are there, like I'm familiar with these characters. I'm familiar with Darius and Ari. Echo, I hate in the game, but he looks cooler in the fighting game. And out of those, like none of them really are attracted to me. Even Yasuo, like he is doing his thing in the fighting game, but I just don't feel like it's those characters from League of Legends for somehow. I don't know, something about just the verticality of it. It makes me feel like it's not how those characters would be fighting if they were in a fighting game. It's very weird. But regardless of all that, I think Ilaoi, the new character they showed, was super cool. I think it's the first character I've seen in that game. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I want to try this. So that was like the promising thing for me because that character design looked really cool in terms of like how she has the tentacles, you can use them, but they're not a puppet character. So that was pretty interesting. And I want to see how that character plays. So that was like the one like really promising thing about it for me.
So yeah, team games sound like they're
Yeah.
kind of coming back, man. Kind of exciting. I'm kind of sad ever since like MVC 3 and then that one after was MVCI. Even though Max and the modders like working on like updating the graphics and maybe modding the game for some updates and stuff, but yeah, it's just kind of. And then like we had Dragon Ball Fighters for a while, but then Dragon Ball Fighters is old now too, and then I guess like Hunter x Hunter is supposed to be replacing that, but yeah, like
nah. You think? Hold on. Do you really think that's gonna happen though? Do you think like the Dragon Ball community is gonna go to Hunter x Hunter?
No,
Probably
Dragon Ball
not.
community is just gonna.
I don't think they do.
They're just gonna get sent to what the hell's they called the Death World in Dragon Ball?
hell.
Sure, yeah, yeah. Send all the Dragon
Going
Ball
to hell.
players to hell. What? Sure. No, they're not gonna play that. They'll play whatever else is around. But Hunter x Hunter, I can't see being a big game unless it like comes out only on the Switch.
How is that gonna help it be a big game?
Because then only like 2 people will play it, and that'll be the biggest they'll
Jesus,
get.
dude. Big hater. What do we think about the Maximilian mod project though?
I think it's
Not
cool.
much.
I think it's
I
cool.
mean,
Hopefully,
I
revitalize
think it's cool
it.
for the game and for the people that enjoy the game. But it can't revive an entire fighting scene.
What if it can?
I mean, it can revive it, but it can't get any support. So it's just going to be like
That's true.
another just
What do you mean by
grassroots type of, because you can't have, unless Capcom like puts like, yeah, we'll support that game. Yeah, they're not going to.
But what if it's like a lot of people are asking, because Max has said like, they'll once they get all the art stuff settled, they might look at the gameplay stuff, like potentially add characters and that kind of thing, right? People are saying like add the X-Men, and that seems to be like the big thing. X-Men is popular right now. See, look at Mike's O right there. Look at that O face. See that? That's what I'm saying. Like if he adds X-Men characters to MVCI with better graphics, Like, isn't
mean-
that kind of interesting? I think that's really
Yeah.
interesting. He's
But
kind of
they've added characters to Marvel 3. Like
They have,
they've modded characters into that too. So
but this MVCI has like rollback and stuff, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I heard
It
it's
does.
good. Yeah, I
Does.
heard it's good. Yeah. That'd be sick.
So it's very interesting as of an idea. That's why I'm kind of interested with how far he'll take it.
I mean, it's just gonna be one of those things that it's gonna pop up on a side stream at EVO, and if I'm not at EVO, I'll be watching it with the 28 other people.
I think
Bro,
he's
the
gotten
side
them
streams
told
at-
that it could
I'm
be
telling you,
big.
the side streams at EVO Japan were crazy. They play anything over there. They
That
played
shit was sick.
MVCI over there.
They did.
That's how much
Yeah,
you play anything.
play everything
sounds
over
cool.
there. It's part of like the coolest things about the big tournaments where they play everything. Just try to pull up all the strings. Like, what is that
Yeah.
game? Looks like, and then it has like the games had like EVO Japan in it too. I was like, that's a brand new game. That game came out like a year ago, even though it looks like super retro and like 8-bit style, but it was cool. It was a fun time. But yeah, team games. Can't wait for them to come back. But yeah, we were talking about the announcements for the finals day 3 at EVO Japan. All 3 games had an announcement. We had Slayer for Strive, and then for Tekken 8, we had a brand new Season 1 trailer, which I'll play for you guys now muted. Oh,
I forgot what was in this trailer.
me too.
Some characters and some stuff.
It's my first time seeing it.
Oh, really?
You never seen
No.
it?
I'm just kidding, guys.
Oh, geez, Louis. I would never know with you.
No, I mean I was in Mike's stream and Ricky's stream watching
Okay,
Evo with
okay.
them and stuff like that. It was really fun to watch too.
Can't hear the music, so I'm just imagining going.
Yeah, it's in my head. Wow, that
Season 1
just
start.
cracked that thing.
Battle Balance
Mm-hmm.
coming soon.
These are all the up arrows on the patch notes.
They are. Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
up
look at the back
arrows.
now. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it.
They never showcased any of the down arrows in this trailer, I don't think.
Yeah, the seaside is back.
I really like this stage.
It's just the Tekken Ball stage, which I think is sick too, because
Yeah.
Tekken Ball stage is sick in general.
Looks like a good
Yeah.
size too. I like
Yeah, it looks pretty big.
Oh, the pervert mode.
it. Content creator mode, Ricky. Think
Oh,
about the
oh,
thumbnails.
I
Think about
can't
the
wait.
thumbnail.
After I started playing Final Fantasy
yeah.
Rebirth at the beach, I like that mode.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, they have
Eddie
story mode
story expansion. Yup. Battle
So
balance.
that's coming out in autumn.
Top tier Steve.
Damn, they showed Chikrin, they knew.
They did know.
Champ is here.
There's
Whoa.
Ribbon.
Unbelievable.
Mhm. Ooh,
Man, that part bothered me too when it said "Let your fist decide your fate" and it's Eddie kicking somebody. I mean, you'd think that you would get someone using the fist for that part, but
Are you ready? Every time I see it, I think of Harada saying that.
Yeah, and then we thought,
are you booing to me?
are you going to me? Shut up and sit the hell down. And don't ask me for shit.
You've heard that way too much.
Yeah.
I have.
Too much again.
Oh yeah, your girl,
Oof.
Suiken.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's back.
Damn, is this your
She's
first
back.
character in the game?
Is this Suiken's character?
Yeah, he played a
Yeah.
lot of Lidia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Battle balance spring. So this is the most recent one that's coming up. Then in the summer we have the stage, Seaside Resort, and the photo mode. Autumn we got new story. And then is this in the same color as any of these other things? No, right?
It doesn't. This is confusing, right?
No,
Like vertically, it's in fall,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's in that more because they don't know when it's gonna come out, so they're just
Wow.
putting it there for whenever.
They announced
probably.
online practice at like the very beginning before the game even came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Ghost vs. Ghost is gonna be sick though because
Yeah,
I
it
want to.
is.
I
We're
want
gonna do
to.
viewer battles and
Yeah, I'm just
voting
gonna.
and
I'm
stuff,
just
yeah.
gonna watch my ghost fight other people's. Like, see my ghost beat Arson's ass.
Have you fought your own ghost recently?
No, I'm sure he's
You should try
terrible.
it. It's funny. No, they're bad, but they'll do really weird things that you don't expect that you have done in the past. Like, oh god, like,
Is this me? Is this me?
This is how I
Like
sound. Like
mine
it's like that.
randomly, mine one, it randomly just pulled out a shotgun. It didn't even do a combo. He just pulled out the shotgun and shot it. I was like,
That
what
sounds
the
about
hell?
right.
Damn, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, because I was playing, I was like, this thing fights nothing like me. Boom! I was like, whoa, shit. All right, chill out, homie. You know, like,
Do we want to take guesses on the next two characters because there's people claiming that on Twitter at least it matches with color themes.
Yep.
it seems
Spring
like
was
color
green, and then Eddie, and then red for summer, and it was Lydia with the red and white outfit. Then we got
Like, I don't know what a
blue
orange
and
character or a
orange.
blue character.
Lay is blue.
Lay seems kind of blue to me. He's got a blue jacket always.
Yeah, blue jacket. He also has his regular original DR blue. His
Can we
his
think of
original
another
outfit.
character that's not Lay, please?
Why not? dude?
Damn, man.
Just because I'm
Ganryu
already sick of
undies.
thinking about Lay.
Ganryu
For that-
Ganryu sumo gear is blue too.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
Oh.
Ganryu did have a blue sumo gear.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Go ahead. We can lump them together.
No, Ganryu's
Two
not.
characters
Ganryu's never
in
had
auto.
blue.
Yeah, he did. You don't
Yeah.
remember?
Or the
He
undies.
definitely
Wait,
had
this is
blue.
Tekken 7?
Was it 7 or before, Mike?
It's
Is
like
it
if you're talking
7?
about his like just most generic color scheme, he's always worn a purple.
The waistband is
Oh,
purple, sure. But when he was wearing that like jacket thing, it was blue.
Oh, that was like a preset outfit. That's not like one of his
I'm just
generic
saying that he
costumes.
could come back with that one, brother. That could be the new. Oh, dude, it could be Bruce. Bruce
Bruce
had blue.
does have
Oh,
blue
yeah.
pants. The blue
Yeah.
little tight pants.
Blue
Oh,
tie
shit.
pants. Yeah.
That would be tight.
Ooh.
I wasn't thinking about Bruce.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
honestly,
Bruce
yeah,
over
I
Lay
thought
all
Three of
day.
those would be okay. Just release them all together as a.
I don't know, like I've
Triple
always
threat
just
pack.
felt like Bruce is not making a comeback, but I could see him making a comeback. I don't know why. It feels like he deserves heat mode.
Oh, Fakumam has blue shorts.
yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
the most sense.
Boo!
I think
I've-
but everyone's
Dude,
gonna. Boo
I've
you
been
now.
seeing people say
Yeah.
Marta because Marta has blue shorts.
No, no way. Get
Marcus-
outta here.
well, I'm more. What about Orange though? The winter character.
Wait, I thought of another blue. Bob.
Bob's more red, in my opinion. Than
He got
Yeah,
blue
red
pants
sh-
and red shirt.
I consider them red.
Fine.
Fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Orange,
yeah, the orange. What do you guys think?
gone.
Gone? Yeah, right.
Gone, that's all.
No way.
Alex.
Ogre.
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 True.
I mean, we never figured out what the
True
fuck
Ogre.
happened to him in the story mode, right? Like he just showed
Ogre is
up,
kind of sick, and if you
beat
get a story
June's
mode
ass or
expansion,
something.
No.
it makes sense. For a story mode expansion, Ogre makes a lot of sense if they're doing it for every one of these characters.
They
And-
did
and
make a
the-
model for him in the story mode, so
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
True.
he's relevant to the story still.
Heat
right?
mode
And-
could transform to True Ogre.
bro,
That would be
that's
sick.
actually kind of cool. Yeah,
Wow.
Okay, I'm talking this
Stop.
into existence. Let's
that
go.
is really fucking cool. Actually, I don't want
Yeah,
to
Robert
fight
True
that
Ogre's on
guy.
your screen back there too, Ricky. That's tight. Oh shit, that's a cool ass idea. Now they have to change the DLC plans if they didn't make an Ogre transform. to Ogre.
Whoops.
Oh god,
Our bad.
that would be tight. That's a great ass idea. Hey, Beck had blue pants there.
Beck's like some dusty ass brown though.
Yeah, he-
like
Yeah,
beige.
I know.
Yeah,
No way.
Beck's hella dead
He's
They're
hella
not
dead.
bringing him back.
Horon got way too many of his moves.
now. Yeah, especially.
I mean, the next character, Fakumrum seems like probably the
I
right
would hate
answer.
that.
It sounds like they put, it's like they put the effort into his character already. Lydia's
And,
back.
yeah,
Leroy's back.
I'm on the train with
People aren't
Ricky.
that good
I
Lydia,
think
right?
all the brand new Tekken 7 characters, except Kuni,
coming back.
hopefully is not coming back. But I think, yeah, the brand new ones, brand new,
Mhm.
like Lydia, Leroy's already in
Wait, wait.
there.
You think they're all
Rock.
coming back, like Lucky Chloe, Katarina?
No. I mean, like after
DLC.
season 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't want to look
Because I
forward
think
to that.
you
Sorry.
Thought, like, the Tekken 7 characters, like the new characters for Tekken 7, were made specifically for 7. And it seems like it's hard to get them to fit in 8 unless they, change up their play style. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Katarina wouldn't fit in this game unless they like gave her Azucena's moves. It's like it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, if they can make Eddie fit, they can make anyone fit. Because Eddie was like the most like heavy usage of relax and all that stuff. Like all of a sudden he's super aggressive. Yeah, they made him aggressive.
Yeah,
so-
they just have to change the characters up like quite a bit.
yeah.
So like I don't see like any of those like Chloe would be interesting. Katarina, not so much. Giga, so those characters, like I don't see them coming back. At least
I see
not
Chloe
anytime
coming back.
soon.
I can see Chloe coming back for sure.
I could see Chloe coming back. I don't know if she is. Oh, she might be season
2 or 3 or something.
I think she's a season 2 or something.
Yeah,
but I saw in the chat, and I think I agree. Like, if Lidia and Fatima were in this season past, I think that's gonna be kind of gross because they were just like added another DLC again, right immediately. It's like it's just been based.
It does feel a little weird.
Yeah. Like we just bought Lidia as DLC, like actually DLC again.
I already got the pass, so whatever. But I'm pretty excited for this Lydia.
I mean, we haven't seen the gameplay of Lidia, so we don't have any real critique. Because as soon as they show what she does, everyone's gonna be like, they're gonna get PTSD and realize like, oh yeah, we gotta look at that.
Yeah.
But everybody's saying she's just gonna be like doing. It's gonna be a heat engager first of all. I think.
Yeah.
Political storm.
That's gonna be crazy.
And I think, but the thing that I see everybody bring up is just like, why is Lidia back when we already have Reno at 442? They're both just gonna be doing half screen 442s into some bullshit.
You're right.
I mean, a lot of characters just do that though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit like that.
We'll see though. I think when we see gameplay from Lidia, it'll be we'll see how the community actually feels.
Yeah.
But just from the initial reaction, it's like I like seeing Lidia. I think she's cool. I always thought she was a neat addition. And just as her fighting style is interesting too.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like martial artist in Tekken, I'll take this over a Victor any day. But just as a DLC character, I think is where people are more upset about it. Just like there's so many options and it's early, and you get Lidia immediately. It's like, oh, there's other characters I wanted. That's all the issue is. I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Understandable too, especially for people that don't have their mains and they're like, man, I was really hoping for my main to come back for summer. That would have been great, but yeah.
I like these next two characters of being Julia and Ogre.
Oh, no,
Bruce,
Julia.
Bruce and Ogre that transforms to True Ogre. That's my new top tier favorite predictions.
Ogre to True Ogre for Heat would be pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie.
But see, this is JC.
Oh, JC. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because like her streamer mode, Julia. I didn't like streamer mode Julia.
I'll take streamer mode Julia over JC.
JC.
Tier 3 sub.
JC's only a dream character. I don't think that's in the actual lore.
Yeah. Well, but then they hinted at it during her outro in 7, so I don't know if that's that much of a dream.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh
Guess
shit.
We'll see.
JC's coming back.
No, I actually don't. I don't want to change back. This has been the most, as much as people have been complaining about 8, I'm like, this game is nice right now. There's no Marduk, there's no Anna, there's no Julia. It's been nothing but, like Lily and Xiaoyi's a little pain in the ass, but it's been all right.
Julia does have a forward motion for 4-1 that would fit right in with all these other forward stuff.
It would change. Watch it change it to make it like a heat engager somehow. Forward
1.
1-4 until it probably will be.
No, she probably has some kind of single hit that links into forward 1-4 as the heat engager.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She already has the down forward 1.
Down forward 1. That's already exists.
Yeah.
Oh god, you're right. Jesus.
Or whatever her broken arrow thing is when she flies.
She's already been in heat mode.
Bro, they're gonna make War Drum a low heating.
No way.
That's what multiple people told me that. They said that like they think in later seasons of the game there's gonna be low heat engagers.
Yeah. I mean, there kind of is when you get like counter hits or links into them, but like straight up low, that's like natural that goes into it,
That's gonna suck ass.
I doubt they'll do that. Unless they make that shit like a universal thing where like every character has
no way. They never make anything universal. Yeah.
Nope.
That one
crazy to
feels
think
like
about.
a crazy that's a season 3 edition.
Dude, are you guys like
season 4
thinking about Marduk and Heat though? Like, I don't want to deal with
because he doesn't exist.
He's not in the game.
He's not in this game, dude.
Yeah, I don't like to spend my time thinking about the worst situations that could happen in my life. I like to spend my free time being happy. So not having to think about Marduk and Tekken 8 is my dream right now.
Yep. I think every time anybody thinks about like this character's coming back or XYZ character's coming back, I always have to add in heat for that character. It's like you got to think about them. What the fuck bullshit are they gonna do in heat? Because woo.
Yeah, I don't want to have to think about Lay's heat.
Oh god, he's gonna have
he's got a heat engager from every stance.
Yeah, and 15 heat.
But he only
freaking heat smashes.
Last time we brought this up, I downgraded Lay to only having 2 stances.
Damn.
Honestly, even if they put Lay, they're probably gonna make him like really bad, honestly. But
his play dead stance, he's standing straight up in the T pose or something. Like
he totally played dead and stands back up like Eddie and relax.
Damn,
probably. Yeah, there's no I can't imagine him falling down and doing this play dead stuff. Like his play dead stuff probably is just like relax. That's it. Get launched.
Get rid of his rave spin and razor rush. Oh yeah. No free avoiding heat. That's true.
Yeah. The only character that gets away with that right now is just Ling.
Just AOP under everything. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Really interesting.
Anyways, hope Marduk never shows up in this game.
Yeah.
Especially this season. That's way too soon. Let me enjoy my time. Okay. I'll rather deal with plus 17 engager and plus 18 heat dash than Marduk in heat. You
don't got to worry, man. I think by the time Marduk gets here, we're going to have our ice engagers or ice disengagers and shit.
Hot and cold. That's what this game's icy hot is what Tekken 8's going to turn into.
Icy hot, old man.
That's true, brother. You need to use your meter to go invincible. Ice invincibility and ice backdash and ice step. It's going to be tight, man. They're going to add defensive mechanics to the game.
It's like V shift all over again in Street Fighter 5.
They're going to need a mechanic to take away their heat somehow.
You got to ice them.
So bad.
Anyway, let's go on to the next one.
But yeah, as you guys know, that's the next character that they hinted, Lidia, and then now everybody's guessing like which are the next character because it seems like it's all color coordinated. But coming up next is the patch notes. This is the biggest patch I think they've dropped so far, but it's not officially out yet. I think it's coming out on the 7th or 8th. I think it's like the 8th, right?
8th.
Yeah. 7th for some regions, I guess. Well, it's different. 7th to 8th, is when it comes out. Server maintenance as well, more stuff to the Tekken shop.
Netcode update.
Oh yeah, netcode update. Like Rip's been kind of like the one talking about it the most, especially with the ping issue that he's been getting randomly whenever he's like matching up with somebody in SoCal. And especially after watching him play in Japan during EVO Japan, I'm just like, damn, dude, I haven't seen ping numbers that low ever. Like,
hold on, chat. Have any of you guys had a match below 33 ping in America?
No.
Like, I'm just curious. Let me know because I have never seen one, and I just don't know if they exist in America.
I might have had one like a couple days ago. I definitely have in 30s.
Yeah, 30s 35? I get. 33 I get, but like below 33, like 20s or 15, like I only get that.
Nothing clear like that. I've always gotten 30s, but the same guy that I got 30 with, the match prior I had 150. So.
Oh, really? So you have that issue too, then?
Yeah. Same issue.
But I play people from NorCal all the time. It's like 150. I'm like, what the?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You have it too, then. So I thought, I thought it was just me with you guys. But you guys have
I play Peeling. I play AccuMajor. I play all those guys, and it's consistently the same. Like I even play people from LA. It's 150.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
I mean, let me just say, like the experience in Japan, playing from my hotel room, which was like stupid good internet, but like even still, right? Every match was like 15 to 30 ping max, and it was so good that it reminded me of like Tekken 6 in the arcades in Japan, where it's like you could just grind online and play at the highest level and get all this experience. And I only played a couple hours like per day. I only played 2 days, so I played like maybe 6 hours online, maybe 7. But it was such a good fun experience that like as soon as I came home and like every match is like 50 to 100 to 150 ping, I'm like, this is so bad. It's like not even close. Like the ping was literally 10 times lower, like 10 times lower in Japan. I was like, dog, this is so crazy. So whatever that issue is, there's definitely an issue. I'm convinced of it. And I hope that they fix it soon. And they are aware of it, by the way. Like I've been DMing, they have my data and they're looking through it and they're trying to figure it out. But hopefully they get that resolved. And hopefully this patch also does something because this new patch has some kind of optimization as well. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Maybe they can optimize Texas out of the internet, and then maybe somehow our data doesn't go through that junction
come back to California.
Yeah, somehow I swear, for whatever reason, the game thinks I am from the South, and it is angering me.
Yeah, when me and you play each other, they somehow involve Texas in the middle of our connections.
Yeah, that's why we have
150 ping.
I think that's the case. I think they route our connection through Texas somehow, somewhere.
It's the only explanation. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. It doesn't happen in any other game either, by the way. So yeah, it's a problem.
Pretty wild, and I hope they do take a look at that and try to solve that issue as well. Because a couple weeks ago, when they were doing the hotfix patch, right, for some of the changes, after that was the discussion of, is there matchmaking based on prowess? And then they kind of tweeted that out, right? And they're saying that more information coming up soon. But did that mean that they fixed that? Is that fixed already, or is it going to be fixed? I don't know. It's
no idea,
right? Because I feel like it's been the same since.
Didn't they do a fix that was supposed to help matchmaking?
That's what I'm wondering.
Talking about,
yeah, that's the same.
So it's unclear. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, the experience I had in Japan matchmaking, and then compared to coming back to the USA, it's 9 day. It's not even the same game. It's the matchmaking is so much worse here for me. It's crazy. Because that's what I keep on saying. I'm like, how am I waiting this long when we have crossplay? I understand my rank is kind of high, but there's PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and I can't find matches, and it takes forever to find a match. And then when I do, the ping is crazy high. I'm like, wasn't there anybody closer or farther that I could have had a match with? What the fuck, dude?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to snipe you a couple times on stream, and I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
People told me you have. Yeah, you got to route your connection through Texas first. That's the only way.
Crazy.
Or maybe through Japan first. I don't know. It's whatever it is, they got to fix it. It's amazing. I think it's the number one issue with the game. Number one. There's no other issue as big as this one. Because literally, I don't even care about the balance anymore. I don't care about the heat system or chip or anything. I care about just getting to play the damn game. And that's my number one thing. Just let me play. Yeah, it's huge.
What's the difference if any of this shit, if the numbers, the freaking all that stuff can change whatever, right? But what's any of that gonna matter if I can't even play the damn thing? It's just it's definitely a big issue. But yeah, patch 1.04 coming out in not even a week now, just a couple days. They dropped the patch notes. Biggest, I think, update so far that they've had, in my opinion. But they've also mentioned here too that some characters they didn't even really look at, and they're going to be looked at in the next patch in June, right? I'm trying to see where they worded that. Like that.
Yeah, they listed it somewhere. I forgot.
It's somewhere near the beginning, but basically,
if
you look through
Victor,
all the patch notes, they
Lily King,
always have
Paul
all arrow pointing up or arrow pointing down, signifying if it's a nerf or a buff. So the devs are even telling you look, this guy's getting nerfed, this guy's getting buffed, rather than all these other sometimes patch notes where they're just yeah, we're just
good or is this bad? Yeah.
This is getting normalized. What the fuck does that mean? We don't know what the hell normalized mean, but at least here they're trying to tell you what's a nerf and a buff, and also give you a general we think this, and this about this character, so we are doing this, and this. And it's kind of interesting to see how they're approaching the game. So I always like that they're a little bit more in depth with the patch notes, even if it's not completely I'm sure there's going to be some fuck ups here and there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With that, I mean, I think there is one in this one, but we can talk about it in a second. But basically, I do like the transparency and the descriptions about why they're doing what they're doing. I think that was something we asked for during Tekken 7's patching. Because we're why did Horon get buffed here? What was the issue? Why? Because it was so unclear about the stuff that was happening in the game. People were talking about other things, and then patches was happening for other characters that no one is talking about. It was very, very unclear. So now they're doing a much better job of letting the community know why they're doing what they're doing. So you got to give them huge props for that, really.
Yeah, just even adding this little balanced direction description right here for a paragraph or two. I love seeing this. This is the first time we've ever seen this in the patch notes. So big ups to them. Yeah. The up and down arrows, I think we saw maybe a couple patches ago, or maybe since the start of 8. But yeah, this is definitely new to Tekken 8 as well. In 7, they did. Is that a buff? Is that a nerf? I don't know. I kind of have to read the whole thing and kind of decipher it ourselves, right? But I think this makes it a lot easier to follow for even any level player, right? It's oh, that's clearly a nerf. They're definitely nerfing that. That's getting nerfed. That's a buff. And sometimes they even have these up and down, that part got nerfed, but this part got buffed. It's just
the data, internet connection up and down.
But then I think the general consensus of this patch was they're kind of fixing a lot of quality of life stuff throughout the board, right? Especially bug fixes the most. I think that's been the main thing that they've been trying to handle since the launch of this game. But some characters definitely got hit a little bit, especially based off of like I think what everybody was saying, you know, not Devil. I was just Freudian slip from reading it. But Azucena, Dragunov, I think definitely are like, and June, maybe the 3 biggest losers of this patch, which is June was kind of surprising because I didn't think they were going to touch her up some more. But
Devil Jin got nerfed just because his heat smash finally isn't fucking broken.
Yeah, agreed.
Like now he just feels like a fair character. Fairer.
Watch your words.
Fairish.
No, yeah, I think that Mike's pretty spot on there. I think Dragunov, Azucena are probably the biggest losers. And the other characters they also lost a little bit, which is good news because, you know, originally they said like, yeah, we're just gonna buff all the characters that aren't getting enough shine or whatever. Like that was what they first worded it as, and people like, yo, let's tone down the stuff at the top because that's necessary too. And so it looks like they did take that into consideration. They did some of that because I was scared that they weren't gonna, and everyone's just gonna be like Dragunov later. I was like, come on, bro, don't do it. You know, so they've tried. You know, Dragunov lost some combo damage. He also got his down back D+4 range nerfed. I'm real curious to see how that plays out. But I think just the combo reduction and the full crouch down forward 1-4 not being a counter knockdown anymore will be pretty significant drops for him as a character.
Did a lot to his down back 3+4 too, right? Like
stagger
it
on
sound
block.
like it's gonna stagger on block, and doesn't do that funny. Or when you hit them on grounded now, like they fly further away rather than being so close for a mix. So a lot of good changes for that move because that move definitely was like a clear like this move's fucking buff. Like there's nothing you can say about this move that makes it weak other than you can launch punish it with every character except Steve.
Like why you gotta laugh?
Top 2, bro.
I like that, Ricky.
It's just, you know, I think they did a good job though. I hope that they keep up the patch notes like this, you know, just stay consistent with it. And I think they'll be
honestly,
right.
I think that the patch notes, as detailed as they are, might be a reason that we didn't get all the other characters patches into. I think it takes a lot of time and organization to put them all together like this. So makes sense that the character list at the top, like, hey, these are the characters we're gonna look at in June for the next 1.05 patch. I think that's part of it. Just make sure the patch notes are all there for it.
I also don't think that they just want to make patches huge. You know, I think it's a lot of information to take in a lot of times, and I think that they want to just maybe rather than doing one big patch and then like constantly, just like we'll just trickle it out, see how it goes, and we can make minor adjustments from here on out. But we'll save the big changes for new seasons or new major patches. But these all feel like minor, small patches but this one seems like a bigger patch than all the other ones so far.
By far. Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting thing to see. All these characters, it's gonna see so many like Dragunovs in that. Remember that ranking chart on Twitter? You see like, this how many Tekken God of Destruction Dragunovs are there? That are high. They're not gonna play anymore. So they're gonna stay that high, and all these other characters are gonna rise up.
I think we talked about the losers in the past. The winners were like Asuka, Zafina, Leroy for sure.
Leroy, Panda.
Panda.
A little bit,
they do that. That's the one that bothered me because the Bears, they wrote like, you know, hey, the Bears don't really have lows. So they really rely on their chip damage. Therefore, we gave them recoverable health extinguisher or whatever it is. I was like, wait, what? Like the character you said relies on their chip damage and is good at chip damage. You're gonna give them something to take away the gray health? Like what the fuck, dude?
They didn't make their lows any better.
I mean,
still got shit lows.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty significant, I think, for Bears.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting what they did. Kuma's still better though, but at least they're trying to nerf or buff Panda. Give her
It's hard for me to convince myself like I'd rather play the bear without the electric. That sounds crazy to
me. What Spag was doing, he would do like electric on block, and then it was either another electric on block or heat smash.
That's what every bear player does.
Yeah, but it's like it's so cheap. And Kagemaru, I'm like filming from way behind, right? Every time Kagemaru got hit by it, he just from the back, I just see his head turning like this. I was like, that's so funny. Oh man,
that's a good video, by the way. I'm glad those titles existed, both of them.
Dude, that was
I changed it again.
So sad.
Wait, there's a third title?
The third one I made it a little bit nicer or whatever, but
those first two titles were his titles.
The first two titles were Spag titles. The first one was Spag is shit, and the second title was the biggest choke in Tekken 8 history or something, which was a little dramatic, I thought. So I let that rock for like a week, and then I changed it just to like Spag versus Kagemaru, a dash. There's a choke at the end, like something like that.
Fun.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. It was funny. He hella blew that. That was crazy.
Yeah, overall, some winners, some losers upcoming in this next patch in the next couple of days. They also did like the character unique throws, little system changes here and there that's going to be coming as well. Strong aerial tailspin. If you use more than 3 in a combo, they start getting pushed out much farther. I think that's a way to nerf like Nina's, especially with her over usage of down back 2 in combos. But then when you do that, you're kind of nerfing like Steve's combos too, because he uses a lot of those in his combos.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm just
hey,
wow.
Talk about Steve's buffs.
They're whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this son of a bit. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
He got 5 damage. Now if his guard he got 5 damage on his heat smash. Who cares, right?
Those patch notes could put 5 arrows pointing upwards. He'd be like,
yeah. But I know those are mistakes. Don't look this way.
I think Fang got away with murder, but Steve, they got rid of the peekaboo and the Lionheart into peekaboo tech, which I didn't think that was that great anyways. But they made all the forced Lionheart transitions +8 instead of +7, so that you can't power push all the Lionheart options anymore. One at least.
Significant, right?
Mm-hmm. Is it though?
Is
it though?
It is.
He's asking a question because he doesn't want to answer a question. I got
it. We can answer it for you. It is.
It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh wow!
You can't like rip down, dude.
Like, when we call people out on these things, we know what why. We're doing it for a reason because we know. We've been around this block a million times, dude. We've seen and heard all these
devs
excuses.
Though. They should know, but they don't always know, right? They would have been like, "Oh, I guess it's fine. We did a good job."
A lot of quality of life changes, like Sonic Fang, second hit whiffing, that seemed like it happened the most in this game compared to any of the other games. So that's a really, really nice change, actually. So, Massagey and combos, a little bit more consistent, like a lot of really good quality of life changes. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what the guard break does, because that last line says, the behavior of the opponent on hit has been modified to enable potential aerial combos. Does that mean it's a launcher? Or does that mean if they get straight up hit and not guard broken?
A launcher.
Yeah. Or does that mean like it does something else when you use it in a combo? Like it floats them differently? It could be. Yeah. And it's also sped up a little bit. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
The other thing I want to know, which I know Mike, you think it's CL 1.5, but like, I want to know if all those other changes are about adding new jailing strings, because I would be so upset about that.
It's not jailing.
It shouldn't be. I know it shouldn't
be. Jailing.
I'm concerned. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I know it's very worrisome, especially with a lot of shit jailing.
Top 8, Mike. Like I'm scared.
Maybe in the future patches they'll get rid of that shit too. Like get rid of. I think Elisa's needs to go. It's like, even though if you block it and stay ducking, you could launch her for it. I think it's still really stupid for that to jail. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, overall, some winners, some losers in this patch, but I think the next patch for the June one is the one I'm kind of most interested in, because I thought it was going to be this patch where they update some system stuff, right? But then in this part of the patch at the beginning, they said that in June, they're going to be looking at some stuff like throws, heat dash, heat burst, etc. So this is the first time they're actually changing any system stuff. Which some players have addressed before, like especially Rangchu on Twitter, where he's like, maybe heat engagers shouldn't be +17 across the board. Maybe heat dash at the wall shouldn't be +18 minimum. Like maybe +5 after an engager is fine, but that's kind of what I'm interested in too. What's happening in the next patch, because the system changes is going to change up a lot of characters because you changed a couple numbers around, but probably for the better, but then you're probably hurting some characters' game plans also because, players have come up with these game plans for the last 2 months since the game's been out. So,
4 to 5 months at that point.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
And then they already changed the counter it throws, the amount of frames you have to break it. But maybe the homing part of it will be changed in the next patch. So I feel like that's the only other thing they could have touched from throws, right?
Homing, yeah. I mean, the counter hit throws, they're still not, they're pretty much Victor throw breaks now, 14 frame window.
Right, 14.
When
But I'm
first
saying that's what they currently will have starting on May 8th. But they also mentioned that next 1.05 patch will also have a throw system change, right?
I think that's the one that they talked about last time on the Tekken Talk, where you know how like if you're buffering 1 or 2 and then you get grabbed by a 1+2, it locks you out of throws. So it might be something like that. I don't know if they're going to change the homing on it. I'm not sure.
The homing might stay. I see. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the homing throw is intentional because buff sidesteps and you kind of need it to.
And no more forward grabs for characters too. So they put the homing there instead.
It's interesting. I guess we'll see how it plays out. But then like the heat dash, heat burst, like those things changing is what I'm most curious about, I think. Because they're pretty strong right now, especially heat dash at the wall. Like, let's say you get a lead, you activate your heat in the middle of your combo, so your heat activated at the end of it, right? They're getting up off of a tech roll, off of a wall combo. You heat dash in their face. It's a free mid, essentially, at that point. You could have gone low there, too. But you take your mid, they block it. You get like 20 damage in chip and plus 18 at the wall. So and it's guess for game at that point. It's a pretty messed up scenario.
Yeah, it's a situation you see a lot.
Every character has like access to it too, but I think that players that like kind of revolve their game plan around that tend to do better. Right, because they understand how to use the heat system to their advantage. The only players that don't use that, or characters that don't use that, are the Lilies and the Xiaoyus, where rather than spending on that, just spend it on my heat mix-ups with Feisty or Hypnotist and spend on my heat that way. More often than not, the heat dashes are probably the most useful. So I think they'll probably nerf it. I think it is kind of a little much because it does feel like once you like as a Fang player, when I'm playing Fang and I get a wall combo and I'm just like, I got a free shoulder into plus 18. Let me rock. And I just throw it out and it hits. And they're like, I got a free 55 damage. Fuck yeah, I won the round. So it's like you feel so powerful in that situation. And with like certain characters that have even better heat engagers or even armor moves.
How could they change that though?
Just make it not so plus on the wall. Maybe not even have it do the wall
crush. Yeah. Just have it +5 regular heat dash. Don't do the wall crush. I think.
What about the chip on it?
The chip keep it? I think you can
chip.
Keep it.
I think it'd stay, but they might. Did they? I don't even know like how they can change chip in that regard either.
Because it's like you got to make it feel worth it that they blew their whole heat there, right?
Exactly.
So it's like that's the hard part to balance, right? But 20 plus sometimes, or like they're generally are around 20. It's like you hit a jab punish almost, it's a lot of damage. It's more than a low poke damage. But it's recoverable. It's like
it's only recoverable if you're June and only for a little bit before the patch comes out.
Yeah. No, that's what I was curious about because it's that part of the system. I was thinking about it like the way you guys just described using the heat in that way, right? It's if you have the early life lead and you take off a majority of their life, right? Like they don't really get to play necessarily, and you can just use your heat. And if they already use your heat, then they really don't get to play. You literally just get to use your heat to try to put them in a 50-50 for the win, and they don't really have much counterplay to it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
the intended.
Right. Yeah, that's the counterplay. Guess right.
Yeah, that's not counterplay.
Guess right, possibly 2-3 times in a row because you could do the heat dash plus 18, then do like a slash kick, another +6 or something, and then it's like mid or low again. So. Like with Fang, like Ricky's example, shoulder heat dash at the wall, and then you block it instead of getting hit. So I'm doing back 3 afterward, +6, and it does chip. And then it's another guess for life,
And even if it's +6 there, guess for life, that's the same as you're suggesting without the wall crush, basically.
Yeah. But at least you have maybe an option to power crush or move or challenge if they try to like.
Yeah, but like +6 is not +6. You're still willing to maybe throw out an orbital.
Yeah,
just because like it's not that.
At least you can try to throw out an orbital. +18, you can't do shit.
Yeah. Fun.
It'll be interesting to see how they mess around with the heat mechanic, because definitely feels like a brand new territory for them in terms of just how much one mechanic can alter an entire game. Like rage is just rage. That shit happens at the end of your life bar. Don't even think about it. But this is like the one mechanic that affects, like, can affect an entire, really can win you the entire round. So we'll see how they balance it out.
Ice invincibility. Everyone gets an ice clone when they wake up.
And the icebreaker,
The ice clone. Everybody
Ice
gets an
clone,
ice
bro.
clone. Wake up, ice clone. Just fucking.
That's what you got to do. Yeah, you want to use that heat on me?
Damn.
I got ice for you, baby. Let's go. Like,
yeah, you punch the clone and your heat burns off. It's just like,
Bro,
I'm
that's
out of heat now. That's so stupid. I love it. Let's let it rock.
oh god.
Well, I guess we'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
all the topics for today, man. Like a lot of
Mhm.
stuff coming up in the future for Tekken. You know, they've been pretty transparent, I think, overall. Even though people are like acting like it's the end of the world when on Twitter and whatnot, it's like, oh my god, this game is blah 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 blah. But it's like, dude, they told us they're gonna change it, and we were expecting them to change it a lot the first year. But I think the only thing that I kind of have trouble with sometimes is like how soon they're doing the changes, and then there's like a big tournament in like a week or two. You know, it's like that part feels bad a little bit if you're a
I
competitor.
mean, I'm looking at the schedule right now for Tekken World Tour, and there are events nonstop. So no matter
Oh,
when
yeah.
they put out a patch, there's going to be an event coming up.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. What's the next big event?
It's tomorrow. It's a challenger event in Brazil called 3F Fight for the Future, and then in 2
Fight
weeks.
for the future.
Yeah, it's Fight for the Future is a pretty funny name for. A
I
Tekken
love
event.
that name. I don't for a fighting game.
Yeah.
The tournament. Yeah,
Fight for the
sure.
future. And then in 2 weeks, basically May 18th and 19th is Ivory Coast Master Event, Paradise Game Battle, and
Is
of
it the
course the following
same
week
weekend
is
as the
Combo Breaker.
Arcade Shock tournament?
Yes, yeah. So either you choose to go to Ivory Coast or come to the ghetto with us in Compton.
Tough.
Yeah,
It's in
tough choice.
Gardena, but yeah.
It's a Gardena,
Gardena.
dude.
Yeah,
by the
it's
way,
Gardena.
which is
Look,
which
when
is
you drive
on the
through it, you
board.
tell me where we're at, okay?
Damn,
it's
what
on
a
the
way to
border
sell the
of-
tournament.
I know, dude.
Come on,
What the hell are you
dude.
talking
Our
about,
first
dude?
offline event
No,
for
it's
Tekken
fair.
8.
Look, Compton's not even that bad. You saying it's in
Yeah.
Compton is like, all right, we can go there. If you say
When's
it's
the
like
last time you went there, Ricky?
Watts, you leave it alone.
Okay, you're probably right. You know,
You could be
But
on the border
When's
of
the last time you
Compton.
went down there?
The Arcade Shock?
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Okay, so you know what it's like to drive through there.
Yeah, it's not. It's that area. If it's at the same location that I'm thinking
Rip
of,
is
it's like
just-
a
Yeah,
Afraid of the
like a-
ghetto.
business area. So
It
do you know?
is.
Yeah,
but the street outside the business.
like you're gonna drive through nothing. Like not residential.
It's just
businesses.
Just another street.
You're gonna drive through The Last of Us. Okay, that's what it felt like to me.
What? Rip is
Wow.
freaking out after going there.
Yeah, what's up with this guy today, dude? What's this all about?
It's gonna be chill.
Sure,
This is
it's
hella
cool.
afraid of the
Aren't you
ghetto
supposed to
right
be?
now.
Aren't you supposed to be
What the
like
hell, man?
trying
Selling
to,
this shit? Like, come on, man.
advertisement? Like, aren't you-
It's gonna be a dojo event, probably. You know, come on through.
not at this rate. You're staring off all the
Yeah,
participants,
dude.
dude.
Right?
They have like different
Like,
sides of
come to the
dojos. You know, might be
ghetto-
8,
ghetto
might
part of
be
it over
64.
Rip was on like
Either way,
yesterday. Did you see outside yesterday? I'm like, bro, it just looks like SoCal to me. And he's like, I don't know, man. That's not.
SoCal, bro.
That's careful with me, okay? Calm down, dude.
Well, that's
good.
cool.
Start
I'm
going
glad.
together.
I'm
To
glad
save
those
parties
tournaments are
together
happening.
and for protection.
I'll bring my seal. Don't worry, buddy. Okay, you'll be straight.
Shut up.
But yeah, that's this Boomcast most Thursday, even though it's on a Friday for the first time ever. So big shout out to you
I
guys
was
for tuning
thinking-
in.
Usually we would do this podcast on random Thursdays, but
Yeah.
honestly, we're so inconsistent anyway. We might as well just do it whenever we can, right?
Yeah, I agree. Most
We'll keep it
whenever day.
graphic anyways.
Yeah, it makes
we'll
sense.
keep
It's part of the lore.
graphic.
Part of the
We'll-
lore.
Yeah, we'll just upload it to YouTube on Thursdays. How's that?
This is going up a week.
Damn.
What the hell?
Can't you
I'm
like
kidding.
schedule
It'll
it to
be
go
up.
back and upload it back in time or something?
Damn, it came up last Thursday.
Pre-recorded
Yeah, we
for
released it
later
yesterday.
for a date.
Nah,
It's been
it'll
private
be up
this
on
entire
YouTube
time.
the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
cool.
gotta respond to that main man law video first.
But yeah,
Oh.
excited for the patch coming in a couple days. But and then another one in a month. I guess we'll see what up with that when they talk about it. I thought there was supposed to be a Tekken talk in between now and then, but I don't think I've heard anything. So maybe I
Yeah, I don't think-
misheard that. So I don't know if there is a Tekken talk. But yeah, where can they follow you guys at? Suiken, boom.
Oh, me. Do I have my thing up? Yes, right here.
Holy
Boom.
shit! What a
Check it out,
professional.
everybody. I'm
graphic?
right
What the fuck?
here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can find all of our videos there, and of course, Discord. Check it out.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, you just
professional.
shows your Discord and your
How
YouTube.
are you so ready? I just threw you a curveball. Rip, where can they follow you at?
First of all, hold on. I did this last tournament, like a while back ago when we were doing this. I showcased this. I was all like, you know what? We always have like this whole thing we talk about. I was like, hey, we had this. I'm just throwing it up. Look, I'll do it again. Boom.
Damn.
Professional.
Hey, keep that up real quick. Make sure you
Okay,
keep that.
fine.
Make sure you guys follow me on my YouTube. Level up your game. My Twitter's REEPAL. My Twitch is Level Up Your Game, and the Discord's right there too. Nailed it.
Should have told him to take it down when you start talking about your other socials.
No, you can take it down now, so no one needs to see the rest. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Boom.
Let it rock out. Go ahead, guys. Keep going.
And then Ricky.
Twitch, Twitter, Ricksteezy, 3 E's, YouTube, Discord, go to Rip's channel.
All right.
Boom. And then, yeah, the name is MYK for me across the board. But the final segment of the podcast, our bitch calling segment. Any of you guys have anything? I can't really think of anything other than my lactose intolerance right now, so I'm kind of trying to rush.
Damn, Jesus.
I'm not going to lie.
You can try.
I was wondering why we went so fast through the ending.
The patch notes went real fast.
All right, that's enough of the patches. What are you most excited about?
Patch notes is cool. Winners and losers. Next patch system. You know? I don't think the coffee. I don't think the coffee helped either. So I think there's some dairy in it.
God damn.
Yeah. I had one. I can't remember what it was.
Hulk Hogan. He's my bitch calling for today because Rikishi made a diss track about him on Twitter, and I thought that was pretty funny because there's a lot of people making diss tracks in hip hop recently, and for some reason Rikishi thought it was a good time to get in on the action. He is not a rapper.
Damn.
And so yeah, it's funny though. It's not funny. I didn't even listen to it, to be honest. I just thought it was funny that this guy made a rap record dissing another wrestler. Hulk Hogan can't even speak English. No way he's gonna make a rap record back.
How do you feel about Rikishi being Yokozuna?
What do you mean?
Rikishi being Yokozuna?
Never mind. Go on. Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't think he knows that Rikishi's not Yokozuna.
I don't think he knows. Never mind. That's why I said never mind. Go on. Okay.
I don't think you understood that comment was about you and not me.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, move on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so my bitch calling is definitely Suiken for thinking that Rikishi is actually Yokozuna. Like, bro, it's a big miss there, Suiken. Big miss. Like by like 200 pounds probably. You know, that's huge.
Damn.
200 pounds?
Rough.
Nice going.
Jeez.
Suiken, you got a bitch calling over there?
I already had one, but I'm not gonna stir it up anymore, so it's all good.
Go ahead,
like on
man.
the reels. It's all
drop
good.
it on us.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I know
what
it
sounds
is.
serious. Like
I know.
This is personal.
You know what it is, man? He got called out on Twitter.
Huh?
No?
What? About
Wasn't
that?
thing?
Oh, that thing? No, I don't give a fuck about that, dude.
You see the way he acts. Huh?
No, because
No,
you brought it up,
thing.
and I was like, oh, that's not what it is. It's not
Oh, then what was it?
don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about
Come on, man. Give us
it.
something.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's okay.
I guess
You gotta poop. Go ahead, dude.
I do, and I might just double down with Rip. But all right, we'll catch you guys next time because Suiken doesn't have one. All right, peace, guys. Thanks for watching BOOMcast.
Yeah, Mike's gotta go.
Damn,
I did. I said it was my lactose intolerance.
Your intestine system.
Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, we'll catch you guys all
Wait,
next
I wanna say
time.
something now.
Hurry! Hurry!
I'm kidding.
You son of a
Mike's
bitch. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
LUIG butt stuff.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.